How his shit getting shouted out?
Yeah, that was pre-recorded.
Oh, don't do that.
Thank you for
You got Chris Thomas.
Mark Thompson.
it's your girl Carm.
And you're listening to the Running Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture. What is going on, everybody? What's going on?
Let's see. There's a little bit of overcast here in Philadelphia. The Eagles still stink. Ben Simmons hasn't reported yet. I mean, I guess hockey started, but who cares about that? The Phillies stink. But other than that, it's a great day here in Philadelphia. Can't wait to talk NBA. Can't wait to talk NFL. I'm excited.
Yeah, we got a pretty good schedule here today. We're going to be talking on the NFL. Week 7 just passed, I believe. Eagles lost to the Raiders in Vegas. Hopefully, everybody had a good time outside of the game. Vegas is a wonderful city. Still on my bucket list on needing to get there.
Never been. Okay, we'll go. I promise you, we'll go one day.
Awesome. And we're also going to talk about the rest of the week. You know, are the Cincinnati Bengals for real? Cardinals still undefeated. What is going on with the Chiefs?
Mm-hmm.
Is your fantasy team doing well like Mark's, or is yours on life support like mine's?
I wouldn't say mine's going well. I mean,
are you over 500?
Nah, I'm 3-4.
Oh well, I'm 2-5. So.
Oh yeah, okay. It could be worse.
Yeah. Well, looks like I got to make one of those magical, spectacular runs like I did last year. Remember I made the playoffs at 6 and 7.
Honestly, I don't even know what's happening, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're going to talk about it when we get to the Eagles, but man, like as far as fantasy, with this stuff that's happening with Jalen Hurts, who's a top 5 fantasy quarterback, I'd be very upset if they bench him.
Yeah.
Let's just to say the least.
Yeah, if only fantasy translates to real life. And also, we're going to talk about the NBA. How the Sixers faring well. If you had to grade them on how they're doing with that Ben Simmons, their game tonight on ESPN against the New York Knicks.
Yep.
Other NBA teams, surprised just like the Hornets and the Bulls had disappointments so far.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna also have the always wonderful segment with Carm's Corner.
Yep.
And everybody else. So if you want to call or join the discussion, Mark, drop that call number.
Of course, 215-763-9596.
Oh, by the way, before we dive down to the Eagles. Oh, snap, we got a first. Is this a caller? Okay. 98.5 WJYM, Running Back Sports. Hello? All right, false alarm.
Yeah.
All right, so if you want to call back, we're here.
Yeah, we're here. We're talking everything.
Yeah.
Talking everything.
Yeah, so I got an update last night that Sue Bird is still monthly retirement. However, she still might be coming, but she might want to come back for a 19th season to go play in the new arena for the Seattle Storm.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm excited. I hope she does come back. I really want to see her come back. I really do. Like, I'm upset that I just started watching WNBA because I really want to see her play.
Yeah, she was tough in her prime. Like super tough.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. I mean, the thing with Seattle having that new state-of-the-art arena is that opens up opportunities to put an NBA team back there. So they already got the Kraken?
Yeah.
For NHL, the Seattle Kraken. And then they got the Seattle Storm. So I think that's going to be a great opportunity to put an NBA team back up there.
I believe they also have a soccer team also there as well.
Yeah. But but a day like today,
yeah,
it's like how it is in Seattle. I don't know. I would listen to R&B every single day living there. I'd be
You'd be surprised.
Is that a bad thing?
No.
I just hate the way people always talk about Seattle. Like, yeah, we need to bring basketball back to Seattle. It's like basketball is in Seattle. You guys just don't watch it.
Nah, you know what they mean.
I know what they mean, but it's still so sexist. It's like basketball is in Seattle. Like, I get it. They want to see the men, but you have a women's team that has won a championship and championship competitors the past 5 seasons. And they got a legendary Hall of Famer on their team. They got an all-pro, forward on their team with Stewie. So you have a poppin' team. You're just not watching it. So get woke and tune into the Storm.
Mm-hmm. I get that. Faux show.
So they're not even appreciating the talent they have right there in their backyard. You can see those games probably for reasonable prices compared to the NBA game.
Yeah, that's true. And the last time they was there, well, I don't think it was much. It was kind of the owner kind of screwed the Sonics out of their team, so that's why they moved to Oklahoma City.
I don't really know the situation. It was just weird to me. It's okay, one year we got KD and the green and gold, and then next year he's in this baby blue in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but if a team probably has to go back to Seattle, my money's probably on the Pelicans.
They might as well. They stink.
Yeah.
Even Joel said, like, one of the great things he loves about playing in Philly is like how the fan participation. He said he walked out in that first game against New Orleans. It was like, ain't nobody here. I can't play here. Ain't nobody here. And I dig that. I dig that. It probably felt like a practice. There's like 5 people in there.
Yeah, but I can imagine those ticket prices being like.
Oh no! I remember when I was in New Orleans. What was it, back in April? I saw tickets to the Pelicans game for $20. I could have went, but it was super short notice. I was like, eh.
Who are they playing?
I want to say it was like Charlotte.
Huh.
But $20 for a Pelicans game, and Zion was healthy.
Uh-huh.
That's not bad. And LaMelo's must see now.
Yeah.
So, but there's much better things to do in New Orleans, but watch a basketball game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your let's dive into it, talk about what happened on Sunday at what time does that start? 4:25 in Las Vegas. First off, I want to say that I feel absolutely terrible for the people who saved their hard-earned money to fly out to Vegas, right? Which is, I don't know, $800. Let's just say $800. Then you pay for tickets. Might have ran you like $300. Then you pay for a hotel. Might run you like $400. And then all types of spending money to go watch that disastrous football team. It was absolutely disgusting. So I feel bad for the people who went. The people that I know who did go,
I know,
looked like they had a ball, looked like they had a blast, but it wasn't because they watched their Philadelphia Eagles. It's because the fact that they were in Las Vegas, not because of the Eagles. That game was an absolute disaster. The one bright spot, but I don't even know how bright it is. This is just how you know that it's more of Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman calling the show, was the opening drive. It took about 7 plays for the Eagles to actually go ahead, score a touchdown, and get a first quarter lead very fast. Getting the game plan going with Miles Sanders actually running the ball from under center, which who would have thought that that's something that you can do in football, running the ball under center. And then when you run the ball under center, something special like play action happens. Then you're able to get wide receivers wide open because you establish the run and then you get an early touchdown. Unfortunate, Miles Sanders got hurt. The game plan got scrapped, and we went exactly to what we've been doing the entire season. This is how you know that Nick Sirianni is such a freaking novice. The fact that you just built a game plan for specifically Miles Sanders is mind-blowing to me. You still have Devontae Smith, who was your number 1 draft pick. You still have freaking Jalen Hurts, for heaven's sake.
Ball.
You got Dallas Goedert, and the guy that you love so much, Kenneth Gainwell, that you completely scrapped the whole freaking game plan. It makes 0 sense. 0 sense whatsoever. The worst thing that happened was Miles Sanders going down, and it's not truly because of the injury. It's because, once again, Nick Sirianni was exposed. He continues to get exposed. This guy isn't a good coach. I'm tired of people saying give him time. That give people time stuff, especially in a professional setting, it's just not it. I've said this for the past 3 weeks. There's 32 of these jobs, and you're talking about give this man time. We've seen what we've seen, and at this point, it really comes down to it being a Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman thing, because the fact that we still have the same exact issues that we had with Wentz and Doug Peterson that we're seeing all over again. Now we got almost dropped the F-bomb. Now we got a freaking another quarterback controversy coming up with Gardner Minshew now being activated. Like, this is an absolute joke of an organization.
Mania, baby.
I'm good, bro. This is a joke of an organization. I'm still going to watch, even though my feelings are super hurt.
Bro, you have no stake in this. I got my hair is. So
anybody tell you do that?
Well, no, you're the one who goaded me on.
I edged you on because I was positive, but now we know. And then here's another thing that's crazy to me, right? Yeah. So, like, if you're a general manager and you bomb on a draft, you bomb on free agents for multiple years, 3 to 4 years, typically you get fired. Am I correct?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, but how is Howie still with a job? The last time, like, he really hit on the draft was umpteen years ago. When's the last time he had a good free agency year? The last time he had a good free agency year was the year we won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, he's been super poo-poo and mediocre. It's been bad. It's been bad. So at the end of the day, I feel like
super poo-poo, man. You've been finding new words in your vocabulary, huh?
I know. It's just, I mean, that's definitely a step down from my vernacular vocabulary from last week.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he's just been super poo-poo, and I'm just done with Bull. He's a weirdo. He's a dweeb. You can definitely tell that Jeffrey Lurie is running the team for real. Like Roseman is a puppet master. Like that little college football stuff they keep trying to do is just not working. Not working.
Okay. So this is actually interesting. So I need to try to screenshot this for today's show. So Howie Roseman's day 1 and day 2 picks since 2016. Obviously, day 1 means first rounder. Day 2 means second and third round picks. This goes back to 2016. Carson Wentz, Isaac Seumalo, Derek Barnett, Sidney Jones, Rasul Douglas, Dallas Goedert, Andre Dillard, Miles Sanders, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Jalen Reagor, Jalen Hurts, Davion Taylor, Devontae Smith, Landon Dickerson, Milton Williams.
Only about like 5 of them were good.
And like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And the only Pro Bowler is Carson Wentz.
Yeah, that's the last Pro Bowler that they've had.
Yeah.
And he's obviously gone to a much better place than.
Relax. No one was saying it was a much better place 2 weeks ago. The man had 2 good games. Like, we haven't seen him have 2 good games before. Now it's like, oh my God, we should have kept Carson Wentz. Look at that. See.
No, but here's the thing, though. Carson Wentz leaves, and all of a sudden, hey, maybe the Colts aren't as bad as what people originally tried to make it out to believe, because he actually has a coach that, this team actually gets healthy, a coach that game plans, knows how to adjust, and gets the most out of him. Meanwhile, the person that everybody assumed was, Jalen Hurts galvanizes this football team a lot better than Carson Wentz. The same problems is still here post Carson Wentz, post Doug Peterson. It's still the same thing.
Yep.
We're still seeing, wide receivers really can't get any separation, poorly schemed. We're still seeing a lack of a running game. We're still seeing a quarterback that has still yet to progress in any sort of capacity whatsoever.
Yeah.
And probably the most vanilla defense in all of football.
Trash defense. The fact that they had Derek Carr looking like freaking Peyton Manning 2.0 was, it was 91%, right?
Yeah.
You're out of your freaking mind.
Yeah, he only had 2 incompletions, and one of them was an interception.
And he's good. Don't get me wrong. But he's not 91% good. Like, what? Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh. That was like...
So who's ready for Jared Goff to look like Peyton Manning?
Jared Goff going to snap on us next week. Yo, watch play action rollout all day. They're going to bomb us.
Yeah.
I would not be shocked. I would not be... at this point, I would not be shocked if we lose to the Lions. There's no way. And the crazy thing is, I wouldn't be shocked if we lose to the Lions, and I wouldn't feel good that we beat them either. So either way, there's no benefit.
I said this in a tweet earlier. If we lose to the Lions and Jalen Hurts struggles, then to me, I'm like, all right, all bets are off. I don't care who starts quarterback next week. I don't care if we stick with Jalen Hurts or we go with Gardner Minshew at this point, because at no point you should be struggling to beat a winless Lions football team. But here's the major difference between when I watch the Lions and when I watch the Eagles. The Lions may be winless, but they give out effort.
Yeah,
I don't see any considerable effort in any phase of football with this team.
Right.
And we have former Super Bowl champions, guys like Lane Johnson. The only effort that I actually see from a legitimate from veterans is probably Javon Hargrave and Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then when you got a veteran like Fletcher Cox, who's been told all his life to be aggressive and go after the quarterback, and now he's in a situation where he's covering screens, where that's something he's not used to. And he was very vocal about that during his press conference. Yeah. And honestly, I'm going to definitely take the word over a former Pro Bowler, someone who's been very dominant in the NFL for years, versus this rookie wet behind the ear, breath still smelling like Similac, who's supposed to be a head coach in the NFL, and Mike Gannon. Like, I'm good.
Jonathan Gannon.
Whatever his name is. Gannon, Rich Gannon, Dan and Yogurt. I don't care. Like... Yeah.
So, Carm, what are your thoughts? She's just been over here, messing with the mic, taking her notes.
Carm busy working like a Jamaican.
I mean, I watched the game when I was helping my brother with this paper, so I was kind of occupied because I felt like I started watching. I was really engaged at first, and then as I saw, like, after the first drive, and then I saw when Miles went out, I was like, all right, here we go. So I just kind of like really started helping with his paper. But
Look, you just did not want to play.
I mean, I did watch the game. Most of the game I watched, but it's just once the Raiders just started doing whatever they want, like after we got that pick and then we didn't do anything with it, and we turned it back over to them, and they just kind of kept scoring, and they were just getting us on defense and just disrupting us. I'm like, this looks like we look bad, and the defense couldn't do anything with them. We couldn't stop them again. It's just like it's like every week it just does not change. It's like I think every week I would say. The first drive, like the past 2 games, it's been promised like, oh wow, look at us, we went right down. We got a score, quick, great, and then it's just here we go. Now the other team gets the ball, and now we can't stop them at all. Like when you watch the Eagles defend, it's never a moment where you feel like, all right, the Eagles are gonna stop them. Like even on second, like third down, like it's never like, oh yeah, we got this third down. No, they're gonna get it.
It could be 3rd and 30 to be like, okay, they're gonna give up this 31-yard game.
Right? Like they're gonna get it. I never felt like, oh, like we got this. We're gonna stop them. Like with any team, I watched the Bucks live. Like been watching the other games, and it just seems like the defense just sucks. I'm sorry, it's stale. I feel like they don't understand what the other team's offense is giving them. They don't know how to adjust. And I don't know, honestly, why when Sanders went out, and then I heard someone say like, oh, this messed up the whole Eagles scheme, whatever. But it's like, I thought that we were trying to, like merge Miles Sanders out anyways. So it's like, okay, so he's out. So why don't you put in Gainwell or do whatever you were going to do anyways?
Right. And that was the case. And that went poo-poo.
Right. So I think your Gainwell messed up. But I mean, whatever. But and then Jalen, here's the thing. I think with Jalen, it's just like when you're young and you're new at something, you're only as good as like, who's training you.
Yep.
So Jalen doesn't really, he's not being coached properly. He's not being, he can't really get his true footing because he doesn't, not saying it's all on Sirianni because, Jalen is an individual, but at the same time, that's his coach. And this is, he's a rookie quarterback. He's new, he's fresh. So I don't think that Jalen can really shine with the way this offense is going and the way, we just keep on giving up the ball. I don't think that he can shine at all. And whatever his good skills he has and good points he has, it don't matter because he's just out there struggling. He's out there just kind of throwing the ball after RPOs. He's just out there looking crazy. Yeah. So I don't really blame Jalen. People would want to talk so much back and then and I think what Mark was saying, how it's Howie and
Jeffrey Lurie.
Yeah, and Laurie, and saying that it is their fault. People now, but here's the thing. Now you know what we're gonna hear now next week, right? The call for a new quarterback. This Jalen, he's just not it. He never was it. Blah blah blah. Here's the
I mean, that's not a lie.
No, but think about it is again, if we had a decent coach, maybe a Doug Peterson behind Jalen.
Oh God.
I mean, listen, anybody better than Sirianni at this point.
It's not about. I really think it's not about Sirianni anymore. It's about them. This is the style of football that they want to play. It's too much of a coincidence that we still don't have a linebacker. It's still too much of a coincidence that we don't care about running. It's still too much of a coincidence that we barely have wide receivers. Too much of this stuff is still coincidence. Make it make sense. That's why at the end of the day, it comes down from up top, and they're just trash at what they do.
Yeah, it's an organizational philosophy. Yeah. And as long as the people on top is still going to be there, nothing is going to change.
That's why it's what's the point of having 5 top 10 picks when Howie's picking them?
Exactly. Listen, the only hope that we have now is that, at this point, and I hate to say this, but I just hope I hope the players just quit on Sirianni and just everybody else, because then that will actually spark a change. Because then at that point, that's something that Jeffrey Lurie can't ignore. Because the one thing that coaches, but yeah, all right, let me read some of these comments. Take it easy on Hurts, fire Sirianni. Yeah, Jalen. Yeah, Eagles need to do an overhaul in the front office. The defensive coordinator is the worst of football. Carr completed 90% of his passes. That's 5 weeks in a row. Where a quarterback has completed 80%. That's an NFL record. I hate it here. I'm going to Ertz in Arizona.
Dang.
Trade.
Who said that?
Oh, that's Tyrell.
Word.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, though, Ertz on that one play got more yak than he did in the last 3 seasons. That freaking blew my mind.
Yeah, when I was watching, I'm just like, oh, snap, go. Oh, wait, hold on. No.
I'm like, I was
I'm like, you don't got a 40 no more? Like,
yeah, I said, ain't that about a, I was sick.
I'm like, yeah, Ertz on National Tight End Day. I'm proud of you.
Bro, he took off with 40 yards.
47, actually.
Oh, excuse me. No, I can't even recall him ever doing that.
Yeah. Trade them picks for proven talent. I don't want homies drafting Rattler and we back in the situation 2 years ago like we were with Wentz and Hurts.
Yep.
Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you? Let's just trade one of the first round picks to get Aaron Rodgers.
I'll trade 2 of them. I'd trade 2 of them. And Hurts.
Go all defense. Trade one of those picks for Aaron Rodgers.
That's all you think that's all you think you need for Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers is gonna, because this is probably Aaron Rodgers' last year in Green Bay, so he's gonna have a say in terms of where he's gonna go. But if we're gonna offer at least a first round pick for him, maybe like 2, because we do have to draft capital for it.
Yeah.
Then that's something that Green Bay was like, okay, we understand what you want, but they're giving us picks.
But here's my thing, and it sounds beautiful. I would love Aaron Rodgers. I would also love Russell Wilson. Unless, the only way I'm okay with it, unless they're going to give these guys the Tom Brady treatment, I don't want them. I don't want them because it's no better than the situation that they're in. The reason that those guys are both in the situation that they're in is because their organizations don't listen to them. Their organizations don't take their words into a matter to the point where it's like, okay, you have a point. No, they're like, no, this is what we do. You play quarterback. So unless we're going to say, hey, here are the keys, whatever you want, cool. Until then, I'm good. I don't want them. Like the fact that Tom Brady was easily able to just bring his culture over from New England to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay are instantly winners from his culture. They go by his practice schedule. They go by his plays, whatever he want to do. They do what Tom wants to do. And it's a freaking no-brainer for a Hall of Famer. If you're not going to do that for Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson, I don't want them here.
Okay, let me give you the perfect scenario because listen, it's an overcast. We're all doom and gloom. Let's just say, you know what? Jeffrey Lurie had enough. He fires Howie.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers comes available. They get him.
Okay.
Devontae Adams is also a free agent at the end of this year.
Okay.
And Aaron Rodgers says, "I want Devontae." He says, "I'll come to Philly if you get Devontae. If you sign Devontae Adams to like a 4-year, $85 million deal."
And then what?
Yeah, that fixes your offense right there.
Bang, bang.
Right.
Okay, you get Miles Sanders
Jeffrey
coming.
Lurie, like, nah, I'm not paying him.
Oh, well,
and then here's the thing, because it's not really Howie, it's Jeffrey Lurie.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. So, all right, so Howie gets fired, even though he's not really the issue. Jeffrey Lurie gets, like, I don't know, a consultant, someone who can actually tell him about football because he doesn't have a clue with these stupid analytics. Like, if he actually, like, steps back and lets someone actually run and organize a proper football team, I feel like that's something that also needs to be taken into consideration because there's no way I'm going to trust these people.
But, okay, here's the thing, though. If we miss, we're probably going to miss the playoffs again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so Howie Roseman has not missed the playoffs 3 years in a row. I mean, not Howie. Jeffrey Lurie hasn't missed the playoffs in 3 years in a row as long as he's been an owner.
They're gonna put the blame on Jalen, but go ahead.
Okay, no, but all I'm saying is this: two years in a row where he has less than 10 wins combined over these last 2 years and missed the playoffs both times. You know, at that point, it's like, you know what? The flip has got to switch. Dallas is looking good. They're going to continue to be good because they know how to draft well. They actually have football minds there. Because Jeffrey Lurie just wants to be Jerry Jones. But here's the thing. Jerry Jones knows how to actually draft. And even if it's not Jerry Jones, he got guys in that organization that knows how to scout and get talent there. We are so behind the 8 ball when it comes to talent that at that point, we kind of got to do what Tampa Bay does. But Tampa Bay still knew how to draft.
Yep.
Tom Brady was just a missing piece.
That's it.
So at that point, if you miss the playoffs back-to-back years and has less than 10 wins in over the last 10 years, at that point, it's kind of, and this is the last city where you want to continue to underperform, especially with this being a football town. I'm just saying at that point, Rodgers or Russell Wilson is definitely might be coming here next year if this continues.
Yeah, I would definitely hold on to the picks for that. It's funny though, because like now when people see me and I got my Eagles gear on, they try to talk trash to me. I just say I don't watch football. Like I'm not going to bat for the Eagles anymore. It's not why. I'm not going to bat for them. Like I don't watch football. I just have on the colors. I'm just trying to get whatever's free because I have this hoodie on.
I'm just saying I can't wait for that first day of free agency in March. As soon as I get that news that Aaron Rodgers in the Philly, Give me that midnight green number 12 Rodgers jersey.
Man, I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem realistic. Nothing seems realistic.
I mean, Philly just.
It's not Philly. It's just
No, I mean, but I'm saying I understand what it is, but I'm just saying just to say, Philly just ain't looking like a destination these days. I mean, just the way we handle everything.
Listen,
from the Sixers to the Eagles, it's just a hot mess. Like, who would want to? Honestly, now I understand people would say, "Here's the thing." I mean, I know we're going to talk about the Sixers later, but I just want to say that I think the perception of us has been painted, and it's very deliberate what the perception is of us, and I don't think we do anything to help that perception.
Oh no,
I don't think we do anything wrong.
Oh, I don't know.
No, there are some.
That.
No, the thing is that it's also media based. They're going to highlight, the extreme fans to paint all of us.
Right.
I mean, granted, it's not all of us, but the very few that they get magnified to make it seem like it's all of us.
Yeah, the fact that they still talk about throwing snowballs at Santa Claus, like, oh my God, shut up.
Where nobody was even alive.
Nobody cares.
Or the person that was even talking about it, he's not even alive.
Right. And then the fact that a freaking white man in a red suit sneaking in my house and I don't even have a chimney. Yeah, I throw snowballs at him too. All right. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Mark.
Whoa.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's Tuesday, guys. It's Tuesday.
Did you got breaking news?
No, nothing.
Oh.
No, it's
Nothing.
just no. Somebody messaged me saying it is Philly. It was never a destination. No, listen. Here's the thing. Philly, we're not a destination. But you want to know something? If that money right, everybody's got a price. Ted DiBiase.
I guess.
I mean, Bryce. I mean, Philly's not. I mean, was. Do you think we was Bryce Harper's first choice? No.
Nah.
We paid him the most. If you pay somebody enough, they will walk barefoot through hell. And I'm saying, if Jeffrey Lurie at that point, if this continued to go and he decides to clean house and realize that maybe getting a guy like Aaron Rodgers to bridge over these next few years while I get somebody in charge to try to get us back on track in terms of kind of alleviates the pain, kind of band-aids it, then I'm pretty sure he's willing to pay that.
Yeah. No, I mean, you would hope, but I don't know. I just feel like his ego is just so massive right now. Like, and this is all what happens when you win one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But like his ego is just super massive right now. I don't see it. I don't see it. The fact, like, and here's the thing, right? So, typically, like, when you win a Super Bowl, okay, yeah, it's rare to repeat in the NFL, but at least you're like still like a competitor. Like, you go back, you might lose in the playoffs, maybe like the second, third round, but like then like you still like you compete, but you don't just like fall off the face of the earth. And that's literally what happened.
Yeah.
Like everybody capitalized off that Super Bowl. Doug was writing books. We got other people writing books. Everybody's getting money. Like everybody eating off that Super Bowl. Like it's to the point where I don't even want to hear about that Super Bowl anymore. It was great for the moment. Now we're back to being more pitiful than I could ever remember. Like it's freaking sad. I knew for a fact, like when I had Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb, I knew for sure we were going 10-6. Now I don't have a freaking clue. And I've said this before. Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb are the reason why you could easily look at the Eagles and not even the schedule and just say, we going 10-6. Because you knew we had a solid quarterback and we got a solid coach. And we haven't had that stability since those two. It's been nothing but a dumpster fire.
I mean, Jim Johnson was pretty cool too.
Yes. What a freaking legend. That's the last time our defense was actually good. That's the last time we had linebackers.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Literally.
I don't know what to say. It's just like, wow.
And once again, you're listening to 98.5 WJY. Yeah, Running Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture. If you want to call to join the discussion,
of course, 215-763-9596.
The lines are open, so we got plenty of people in the comments airing their grievances. Tyrell says, I need Odell Beckham, I need Aaron Rodgers, and I need Khalil Mack from the Bears or Russell Wilson. I'm like, you know what, man?
Yeah.
I'm
anybody but Deshaun Watson. I'm good off Deshaun Watson. Anybody but
Deshaun Watson's not coming here.
I know he has a no trade clause too.
Yeah, so
he has to approve.
He's either probably going to go to Miami or probably Denver.
Well, here's my thing though: the people that want Deshaun Watson here are out of their mind. Number one, right, and we've talked about this before. If it's like 2 or 3, I'm not saying it's okay, right? But 22, you did that, bro. You did that. You did all that, bro. 22. That's a lot of women.
Yeah.
No. And I don't want to hear people comparing women to freaking dogs. All right. Get out of my face with that. I said this on Twitter. If the Eagles somehow pull it off and get Deshaun Watson here, I will no longer support that football team as long as he's on the team.
That's right, Mark.
What you mean? It's women we talking about.
Damn right.
Yeah, like what?
Damn right.
People are like, oh, so we should look into Watson. I mean, I get it. You know, like what? What do you mean? I get it. You know.
Yeah.
Do you know what's going on here with just the Sixers and Eagles? Like, I love talking sports every freaking week because every week it's something new. I feel bad for people in Seattle. Ain't nothing popping there. At least I don't think there is.
Hey, man, they got Super.
Bro, we're good, bro. We got Ben Simmons drama. We got more quarterback controversy. Our head coach still sucks. Like, we got so much drama here, and they want to go after Deshaun Watson. Like, can't do it.
Well, in other news,
No, I'm just saying. Like, I don't support that.
Let's see, Drench Productions. That's DeAndre. He was on the show a few weeks ago. My Niners are playing terrible too. Breaking news: I'm jumping down with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G is cheeks. He's been cheeks. He played one good season with New England, and they tried to anoint him as the next Tom Brady, and he's never been close. That defense carried them to the Super Bowl. Like, he's never been close. Like, Trey Lance still not the official starter?
I think Trey Lance is hurt. That's why.
Well, hey, Cam Newton's hiring.
Yeah, but
I mean, he's available. I'll take Cam. Jesus Christ, I'll
No.
take anybody.
honestly, at this point, it's like when I watch that 49ers game, I'm like, and I really thought to myself, I'm like, I think I may have got caught too. When I was thinking about this, I'm like, yeah, Kyle Shanahan's overrated for me. I think because when you script, I think he's good when he's on script. And obviously, you script your first 15 plays, like when you obviously start off.
Yeah.
But it's like when you get down and you got to adjust, he doesn't adjust well.
Right.
We've seen it in Atlanta. We've seen it during the Super Bowl, and we're seeing it now. I understand you got injuries, but at some point, it's like you're on pace to have your fourth losing season in 5 years.
Yeah,
So, like, at some point, the wheels have got to give off, man.
I agree.
And I think, like, if John Lynch wants to keep his job, I think Kyle Shanahan's got to get fired. Otherwise, if he's going to stick with him, eventually they're both going to get canned.
Probably.
I think 49ers wise, I think they drafted pretty well, but I think Kyle Shanahan's I don't think he's just the guy.
I agree. And then also, I just don't like the fact that every team feels like they're a quarterback away. Like, every team is not a quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl. Like, it's not true. So, like, I feel like they're okay with what they have. They just got to fill in other holes, just like the Eagles. Like, not every team is a quarterback away.
Yeah, let's see. Kyle's on the hot seat right now. The league is caught up to him. I agree. Our running game is killing the Colts, but then we run away from it. Yeah, exactly. If it's a monsoon game, you got to keep running the football.
It's not exciting.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is the run makes the pass so much better.
Yeah. The funny thing is that one person I can never beat in Madden is my friend Hodges. You want to know why? Because he plays boring football.
Yeah.
He runs the football.
Yeah.
And then, like, if it's third and long, he does like a play action, gets the first time. I never get an opportunity on offense.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, bro, he's like, throw it. He's like, why do I got to throw it?
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, so this is what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You know what? Boring football is actually
wins games.
Yeah, boring football wins games.
Literally, that's how I play on NCAA 2014. Run, and then hit you with the play action. And I run from out the eye. And I do the play action from out the eye. That's why I was talking about the I form or the strong, you know what I mean, or the weak, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
No. But everything's out of being out of the shotgun, 4 wide, trips bunch, shotgun, ooh, RPO, ooh. Like, you're really fooling me with a run from the passing formation.
You know what? Chip Kelly would have a field day with this offense right now.
Oh my God, I don't know.
No,
It's depressing, yo.
Listen, if Chip Kelly can get 27 touchdowns and two picks out of Nick Foles, imagine what he could do with a guy with Jalen. Imagine what we could do with Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders.
Yeah, he'd probably be freaking great, to be honest.
Yeah.
He'd probably be great. And
at the very least, we'll have one of the best offenses in the league on a consistent basis, but still anchored by a terrible defense. Right. But at least we'll still be in games.
Even our screens look dumb. Like, they don't even look like good screens. They look like dumb screens. Like, he be having like one lead blocker. Like, what? How you just let the defensive line attack you?
Jason Kelce,
and my man got one lead blocker.
Is Jason Kelce our lead blocker?
I don't freaking know.
If it is, I don't blame him.
I mean, the screens are terrible. Everything's terrible.
So we're out. So we're out on Sirianni. So who do you guys want next to be the coach then? If Sirianni gets only 1 year,
I want a black coach.
Barack Obama.
I want Eric Bieniemy.
Okay.
I know
Mike
what's
Tomlin.
happening. Mike Tomlin would be cool, but he just snapped today because they tried to say he was
trying to go to
Had
USC.
Yeah,
he
he
had college offers.
snapped.
Yeah. Honestly though, hold on before this call.
He big time snapped. He put his foot down.
Yeah. But no, I want Byron Leftwich.
I'll take Byron Leftwich too.
Who's that?
He's the offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, Byron Leftwich used to have an arm.
Yeah, and just for the record, I just want to put a disclaimer to everybody. Everybody's like, "Oh, he doesn't call the plays Tom Brady does." Tom Brady and Bruce Arians both confirmed that he calls the plays down in Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually has play calling experience, something that Nick Sirianni didn't when Frank Wright was calling all the plays.
Yeah.
And you saw he knows how to scheme. I got a 44-year-old quarterback who has limited mobility, so I'm going to pretty much give him quick and easy runs to, throw out. I mean, granted, it helps when you have a guy like Tom Brady, but in the end, it shouldn't be this hard, especially with the way the rules are and everything's spaced out. With and nearly everybody being an athletic, it shouldn't be this hard to scheme somebody. Scheme for quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's literally 4 verticals, shotgun 4 verticals, or like big long posts. It's never anything quick. Like they're not even using Devontae Smith to his strengths. He doesn't have like true breakaway speed, but he can create separation from the corners. And we don't even use him right. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We don't use Quez Watkins right. Like, I don't even know.
To me, Quez Watkins is probably the best offensive weapon that they have right now, just from a speed.
So.
Yeah, just from a speed aspect alone.
He's even though we've only have 2 wins, he's kept us in some games.
Yeah,
from his breakaway speed and his big playability.
But alas, yeah, I got another comment. Somebody was like, "Yeah, I agree. Chip Kelly would be killing this league right now."
Probably would be.
I feel like Chip Kelly is like kind of birthed a lot of things of what you're seeing in the NFL right now. No huddles, the quick stride offenses, the RPOs.
Yeah, he brought that college game to the league.
Yeah, and let's see.
Just don't work for our team.
Yeah, your offense isn't bad. It's the play calling. Jalen Hurts gets working on his core and our strength. He'd be good. Yeah, y'all definitely have to coaching is terrible. But I don't know. I'm just not sold on Jalen.
Look, let's be real, Chris. Jalen Hurts is Baker Mayfield. They're literally the same player. Just be real.
What's wrong with him?
They're literally the same, and he loves Baker Mayfield. That's why I'm doing this to Chris.
I like his commercials.
Like he loves Baker
Well,
Mayfield.
Chris, what about Jalen? What is holding you back? You don't think that the coaching and the situation is hurting him? You think that is all him?
I mean, in the end, it's like coaching is an issue, but he's consistently off target. His deep ball in anticipation is really bad. It's either an underthrow or overthrow. There's really no in between when he tries to go deep. And it shows like after the first drive offense, when it's scripted, everything else that he tries to do afterwards, he really doesn't do anything else until it's garbage time. That's what it really is. But honestly, a lot of it has to do with the fact that I have my hair on the line. So that's why I'm like, you know what?
So Jalen does bad, you got to cut it, right?
Yeah, well, if the Eagles finish it as 3rd or 4th, I have to get a mohawk.
Okay.
So all they got to do is just come in second.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe one day Nick Sirianni will stop being a dweeb and keep saying this is all me, and I'll get it together and actually get it together.
Yeah, but
because he stinks.
No, but if Jalen Hurts plays like garbage against Detroit, it's time for Mystery Mania, though.
Whatever. That's all I can say is whatever.
Mark says whatever, I say whatever.
I'm just tired of the same things. It's like literally I see old Facebook statuses that I had back when I was actually on Facebook, and I'm literally dealing with the same pain I dealt when I actually used Facebook, and it's the freaking Eagles. The same freaking pain. It's like, oh, here comes Kevin Cobb checking in. Oh, here comes Gardner Minshew check. It's literally the same thing. A bum backup quarterback about to check in, and people got their panties in a bunch and just very excited. No, it's the same thing.
I mean, the bum backup wouldn't have to come in if the starter would actually do what he needs to do and actually throw balls on target.
I know, and it's literally the same life I've been living.
Yeah,
with the Eagles.
Yep, post McNabb.
It's post McNabb. It's been wonderful.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, outside of Sirianni, what do you see in Jalen Hurts outside of like fantasy wise?
Honestly, I don't see anything, but it's because me. All right, I will be honest. He does need. He don't have the arm strength. I will be honest on that. We still don't know if he actually can put the ball in the middle of the field because Sirianni doesn't let him do it. I mean, I feel like you can't make it this far in the NFL and not be able to figure out how to put the ball in the middle of the field. Like, he has to be able to make that throw. So let him do it. Okay, maybe it's obviously something in practice that you are seeing that where you feel that he can't make these throws. But, like, for heaven's sake, like, Gardner Minshew got cut from the Jags. Like, he's really about to be the savior of the Eagles. Come on, people. Come on, people.
Hey, listen.
He got cut by the Jags. The Jags let go of their whole team.
He didn't get cut. He was traded.
Whatever. The Jags let go of their whole team. They had a squad. They had one of the best defenses within what was it, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
They were solid and let go of everybody. What?
Doesn't that really say more so about the organization than Minshew itself? I mean, Minshew was drafted in, like, I believe it was either the 5th or the 6th round. He was Nick Foles' backup when he was in Jacksonville. Nick Foles
Nick Foles. He went to Jacksonville.
He came in.
Oh God, here we go.
Came in through 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on a really bad Jacksonville team.
Jesus Christ! Now they're gonna say, "Oh
Yeah,
man,
Mark.
he's Nick Foles' understudy. We got to get him in here." Big BDN taught him everything he knows.
Oh,
God,
Mark, relax.
I'm so done.
Relax, man.
Mark is disgusted.
BDN taught him everything, man. Get him in here.
I mean, he didn't taught him everything. He just outplayed him and took his job.
Oh my God! Now here Chris goes.
I mean, I don't know. Jalen just.
It's time.
He's literally Baker. The black
listen,
Baker.
Jalen
Mayfield.
just makes me mad.
Baker
I
has a
guess
better arm, but okay.
I
Continue
get
on.
annoyed because he just. It's just certain things just seem it could all be so simple. It's like certain plays. It's like Jalen. It was right there. Like you're just making everybody look bad. Like with Devontae Smith, like some of the throws, I was like, yo, like you cannot underthrow and overthrow that ball like that. Like that, these are like moments that we could have had that we can't miss on because we suck. It's like you got to get it when the getting's good. And Jalen just don't be getting it when the getting's good. It's like, come on, bro. Yeah. Like certain things, just certain underthrows or overthrows. I'm like, yo, like the single coverage, like they're there. It's just you're just missing the mark.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like he waits until receivers get open instead of trying to throw them open.
Yeah, he doesn't have. I will be honest. He does not have the ability to throw them open. But to be honest, how many people actually do have that ability to throw people open? It's a good handful. The elite ones do.
Consistent starting quarterbacks do.
Yeah, the elite ones.
And we're looking at Jalen Hurts as to be a consistent starting quarterback, but he hasn't proven that yet.
I'm literally about to say the same exact thing I probably said a year ago. All we got to do, right? Because they do it with Minnesota and they do it with the Browns is a play action rollout. You move the offensive line so your quarterback can have more time and actually see down the field.
Mark,
I said the same exact thing last year and we still don't do anything.
Mark, you know what you're doing right now? All the excuses that, people tried to put on Carson Wentz last year that none of us was trying to hear. We're doing the exact same thing right now.
I know.
I don't know. It's just hard.
It's the exact same thing.
I'm just saying.
Hard. I don't know. I feel bad for Jalen, kind of. Like I know, like his abilities are his abilities, and maybe he can't do it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what the reality is. But I do feel like I don't think he's getting like the best shake in the world in this situation. But at the same time, certain people
sorry. Go ahead.
No, certain people in any kind of sport, sometimes you don't have the best situation, but you're just so great. You kind of just your light shines no matter what. Mm-hmm. But with him, I just feel like he's just not getting the fair shake in this. I think that he just needs that development that he's just not going to get because the coaching staff just does not know what they're doing from A to B, from offense to defense.
I'm watching Joe Burrow. I'm watching Justin Herbert. I am watching Tua Tagovailoa. Even though the Miami Dolphins are a dumpster fire, he put up back-to-back good weeks. That defense is not healthy and it's not that good. And then I'm watching Jalen Hurts, still in that same quarterback class last year. We drafted an insurance policy 2 years ago after we watched Carson Wentz drag a team with our leading receivers being Greg Ward and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And we're like, you know what? Why don't we draft an insurance policy for Carson Wentz? Because Howie Roseman wanted to say Carson Wentz can't stay healthy in a press conference. Hold on. 98.5 WJY, you're running back sports. Hello? All right. Yes, we drafted an insurance policy. He was never looked at as a franchise quarterback.
Agreed.
So that's why I'm like, okay, now that he's gone, you kind of have to be the franchise quarterback by default, because if you fail, then that means what was the point of that pick? We could have got a linebacker. We could have got a safety. We could have got anybody that literally could have helped this team. We could have traded that second round pick to trade up with Atlanta to get CeeDee Lamb for Carson Wentz. None of that happened. We got Jalen Reagor and Jalen Hurts, and none of those guys are looking like they're going to be here within like the next 2 to 3 years. That's why I'm frustrated.
Yeah, it's just
irked. You hear it in his voice?
It's organizational failure.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
just
it
a
comes
hot
down to.
mess. It's a hot mess. I'm sick of it.
It's like it's not. I used to get up excited to watch Eagles games. Like I'm not very excited. It's like, what are they gonna like? How are they gonna screw it up this week? Literally, that's my thoughts. How are they gonna screw it up this week? Like the fact that I called you so excited, like finally he got it together. Nope.
This is a story.
I didn't even watch
my
the
life got flipped.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the second half. I started playing Call of Duty. I did not watch the second half of the game. I got myself a nice alcoholic beverage. Yeah. And then I played Call of Duty.
Yeah, I had an edible and I was just like, okay, I'm chilling for the night.
Yeah, I didn't.
Nothing can hurt me anymore.
Yeah, I was just patiently waiting for the Sixers game.
Yeah. And all right, fun fact before we move on to like other topics. Carson Wentz's first 6 games back in 2020. Barely completed over 60% of his passes, 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns, 9. Carson Wentz's first 6 games with the Colts, 124 and 193, 1,545 yards, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception. Hey.
He's playing okay.
Yeah.
He's playing well.
Yeah, they're 3-4. They have a real good thing. They have a real test coming up this week against Tennessee.
Yeah.
Divisional implications are involved.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe they might have an upset, and maybe if we drill it hard enough, that maybe that Carson Wentz wasn't washed. Maybe he just needed to get out of here.
I didn't think Carson Wentz was washed because it's different.
No, a lot of people did.
Yeah, I didn't think he was washed. It was for Carson Wentz. It was a realization that he's literally doing everything. Like Carson Wentz and Ben Simmons are 2 different guys. Like Carson Wentz did everything he could, maybe too much at times. Like I still see those superhero plays that he tries to do with the Colts, like that interception.
That interception was
come on, bro. What the heck was that? Are you kidding me? Like that's him just trying to do too much.
And you can't even put that on the rain, bro. That was just bad.
It's like, bro, you're trying to do way too much. Carson Wentz, with what he had here, tried to do entirely too much, and that's why it looked the way it did. The reason why Jalen Hurts doesn't even have nearly as many sacks because the offensive line is just as horrendous is because of his speed. He can get away. Carson Wentz ain't had a speed no more. That's why Carson Wentz was getting demolished. Like Jalen Hurts would be sacked way more if he couldn't escape the pocket.
That's why, and what do I always advocate during the show? Change of scenery is good. Chris Carter was originally a Philadelphia Eagle.
Yeah.
He literally said during his Hall of Fame speech on multiple other occasions where it's like, I wouldn't be the person I was today if they didn't trade me to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And when he went to Minnesota, had a Hall of Fame career.
Absolutely.
And maybe this is what Carson Wentz needed. It wasn't just the fact that, and it's like somebody brought it up. He's like, Carson Wentz looks like he's having fun again. When he did that read option and he got that touchdown run against the 49ers, he spiked the ball and he was high-fiving. I'm just like, I haven't seen that Carson Wentz in years. And if they can continue, and if they can keep that up and they can stay healthy, then who knows? Maybe the Colts might be a playoff team. But it's just a different environment where people just don't try to dump everything on your doorstep like Howie Roseman tried to do with him and Doug Peterson. It makes so much of a difference.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
I just want to say sidebar, shout out to Zay Jones, who is a distant relative of mine. He actually is. He's my aunt's brother's daughter's son.
Oh.
So he's native. He's actually native. His mom is Native American.
Oh, nice.
So shout out to Zay Jones. We're like really proud of him. The family's like going nuts about him on the Raiders. And I was like hyped when he caught that pass on was it Slay? I forget who it was. Who was on him that play? But
Steven Nelson.
Yeah, Steven Nelson. Yeah, like he's doing really well for the Raiders. Like he's killing it. So he's like, the little young gun out there, and we're proud of him. North Carolina's own. Yeah. So Shout out to Native Americans everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
All right, let's look more at the comments. Jalen is who he is. He's not a pocket passer. He's a guy who's smart, but his accuracy is limited. He just got to go to work on his game if he can get better. Jalen's not the guy on their level. He's a good college quarterback, but there was a reason why he lost the spot to Tua in Alabama. It wasn't Carson's fault. Carson's biggest fault was injuries. So, moving on to the rest of the NFL. This. Bless you.
Salute.
Yeah, this is a wild week. I did not see the Bengals blowing out the Ravens on my Bengals chart.
Yeah, that was crazy. Bengals are like boom, boom,
Yeah.
running it.
Yeah, Cardinals are still undefeated. Kyler Murray is still in the MVP campaign. Zach Ertz is finally getting yards at the catch.
James Conner looking good out there.
I still can't believe Zach getting yacked. This is beyond me.
James Conner, you're looking good out there in the red.
Oh my
Just
God.
to say that. Sorry.
He helped me out this week against Chris.
I'm just like, I'm just looking. I'm just like, of course, he gets a garbage time touchdown. Yeah, but still, but yeah. So as of right now, where it stands, and Tom Brady makes history. He's the only player in NFL history to throw for 600 touchdown passes throughout in NFL history.
That's
wow.
amazing.
Who's under him?
Probably like
It's probably
Manning,
Tayman.
Drew Brees,
Yeah.
those guys. That's all I can think of. Matt Ryan. No,
Yeah.
is Matt Ryan that high? Probably.
I think he's top 10 now.
Yeah, wouldn't be shocked. And Jesus, Atlanta sucks. But Matt Ryan is always up there in stats.
Okay, hold on. Someone fact checked me. He said Chris Carter was on drugs. He was an alcoholic, and Buddy Ryan cut him. Then he went to Minnesota. So
Dang, was that your dad?
no, it was somebody I was friends with.
Oh, okay.
One of Chris's girls.
Uh-oh.
Stop
Chill,
it.
don't put my man out there on the air. You wildin'.
His sports GF.
Uh-oh. Nobody be putting you out there on the air.
They never put out there. Listen, I'm just,
really, Carm's training camp.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
y'all do put me out there. All y'all do is talk about my training camp and my roster and free agency. So don't talk.
Anyway, so Tom Brady, his 600 touchdown pass was given to a fan from Mike Evans. They eventually got it back. But so in return, he got 2 signed jerseys and a helmet from Tom Brady. 1 signed Mike Evans jersey and cleats, $1,000 to the team store, 2 season tickets.
I thought it was $2,000.
It was $1,000. 2 season tickets for the 21 and the 22 season, and he got a Bitcoin personally from Tom Brady.
I think that's a great trade.
Like,
Yeah.
that's insane.
That's a great
But you know what?
trade.
Here's the thing, though. I guess if he would have sold the ball, like, he could have made, like, crazy bread off of it. So that's probably why they gave him back so much.
He
Yeah.
still can make crazy bread off of what he got.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, that ball,
Oh,
though,
for
he
sure.
probably would have made, like,
I think it was on value about like 500,000.
yeah. So,
like what he got back, I'm like,
That's
you
a
know what?
lot.
I'm like, at that point, you can have the ball.
like, the
Yeah.
Tom Brady, like, sign helmet,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's money.
Yeah, because then when you could sell the Tom Brady and Mike Evans stuff.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
yeah. I would just
And then
keep
you
one
just-
and sell,
Yeah,
sell
and
the other.
you got season tickets, so it's like, okay, cool. What am I going to do this Sunday? I'm bored. Oh, I'm gonna go to a Tampa Bay game.
Oh, yeah, season tickets for both seasons?
Yes,
Oh, my God.
2 seasons.
I
Yes.
thought it was just like
for the 21 and the 22 season.
Oh my God! I thought it was just like he could pick like a game from each year to
Yeah,
go to,
and $1,000 for the team store, so he could just get more paraphernalia.
and he
Yo,
can,
that's
and he can sell
lit.
them tickets.
Yeah, and he got Bitcoin in the Bitcoin now. I believe it's over $60,000. So
Sheesh.
That's just for be the guy that's there that he just
yeah,
happens
right
to
place
hand the
at the right time.
right, just
yeah,
hands the ball to by accident. Like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Hey, that's
And then they're
awesome.
like,
That's
he's
a
a nice
deal.
guy for giving it back. Of course he's gonna give it back. He's not gonna know Tom Brady. You can't get it back.
I would I ain't gonna lie. I would have held a little longer, see what else I can get.
No, I would have. Marcus,
But no, but-
you would have given it back right away. If Tom
No.
Brady came up to you and said, "Hey, man,"
But
can
it
I
wasn't-
give
it
my
wasn't-
sister the ball back?"
it
You're
wasn't
not gonna
what-
be like, no, man.
it wasn't a player though. It was like
No,
one
I know,
of the,
I know the coach. I'm just saying, like in the theory, like in the what it was like
It
basically
was-
Tom wanted the ball back.
It was the guy who deflates the air for him.
Chris would have been like, "Yeah, man." Here. Like Chris would have gave it for nothing.
No, I wouldn't have.
Yeah, right. Listen, if it was me, I'm like, okay, Tom, thank you so much. I would handed
Yo,
it.
y'all really don't know me at all. That's
I ain't say nothing. You up here saying
I'm talking about crime. You don't know me at all.
Look,
Dude, like,
you was gonna run off on the plug?
no, I was at an open training camp and Brandon Boykins threw like a glove up there and I just like yoinked it from a kid. You really think I'm gonna give Tom Brady his ball back? No.
Forget
First
them
place,
kids.
When you get in that moment, if Tom Brady walked up to you and said, "Let me get that ball back," you know,
I'm
what
like, what's your offer?
stop playing.
It's like Courage the Cowardly
He
Dog.
Chris might hit you with that, and you know what? Then he get blessed like the bull got blessed.
I'm like, I'm like, shoot, I saw that Bitcoin right there, $60,000.
Well, the guy didn't even. I don't think the guy gave him a fight. I think he just gave it back, and they just gave it to him because he was nice.
Yeah.
So
I feel like what I heard happen was Mike Evans gave that joint away, and Tom was like, "Yo, where did John at?" He's like, "Oh, I gave it away," and then that's when Tom
then a team rep went to go get it.
Sent him to go get it.
Yeah.
And then I guess that's when he's like, "Oh, I'll take care of him." That's ball number 600.
Yeah.
And where is that going to be? Is that going to be Canton? Is it going to be at Tom's house?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, nobody knows.
Like,
who knows?
where is it going to be?
Probably at his house.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fake one will be in Canton.
Yeah.
But it'll probably be at his crib in his trophy case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, what do you think will be next year? Aaron Rodgers' first touchdown pass for Philadelphia Eagles. I'm keeping that. I'm like,
great.
Yeah, I'm just like, he's like, yeah, can we get that ball back? Oh, what's your offer?
But here's the thing. I'm just going to be honest with you, Chris. Just stop.
What?
Just let it go.
No.
Let your hopes
let it go.
No.
Let it go.
No.
If I can let go of the fact that we didn't get James Harden and we're not going to get Damian.
No, here's the difference. James Harden is still a possibility. So is Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, you're right. I have nothing to argue.
Until Aaron Rodgers plays for another team that's not Philadelphia next year, then I won't give up on it.
Okay, you're right.
Anything's
possible. I can say the same thing about James Harden.
Okay, then.
You're right. You're very right.
Keep hope alive.
Yeah.
That's all we have right now is hope. Hope for the future.
Keep hope alive.
So how shocked are y'all that Cincinnati's 5-1 right now?
I'm honestly shocked.
My freaking socks are blown off.
Yeah.
I didn't have a clue. I didn't think I always liked Joe Burrow, but I ain't think that him and Jamar Chase was really bringing LSU to Cincinnati because they did. This is exactly what they did in college. Only difference is they had Justin Jefferson on the other side. But this is I can't.
And they had Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield, and they had Terrace Marshall in the slot.
Right,
bro. That 2019
LSU squad was solid.
Yeah,
so solid. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
and then there were people like you saying, "Get an offensive lineman." Well, even though they did need it, I'm not gonna lie, they did need it. But
hey, listen, I got
when Jamar Chase catching like this. Jesus Christ!
I got no problem admitting when I'm wrong.
What was his stat line last game?
8 catches, 201 yards, and a touchdown.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's going nuts.
Yeah, I believe he has 30 or 40 receptions, over 700 yards, and 7 touchdowns in 7 games. 7 games in. We still got 10 games left.
He's gonna have a great year.
Yeah, so he might be an All-Pro in his first year.
That's insane. And then the crazy thing is, he took a year off because he wasn't in college last year, so he was just simply training. He was training, and now look at that.
Yeah,
it's great.
But Jamar Chase is kind of like a little guy though. Right?
I don't play like
no.
it.
I know.
I don't play like
it.
I
really like
I believe he's just
his haircut.
I think he's like 6 foot, 210.
Yeah, I mean 6 foot is solid for a wide receiver.
It's about an average wide receiver height.
Yeah, it's solid. You know, as long as he not like Rager 5'10".
I think that's the one with the messed up teeth. Yeah, his teeth ain't right.
Who?
Jamar Chase.
That's cool. He'll have veneers by the end of the week.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Everybody got the veneers.
Facts. He needs to invest in some
looking like Smarty Jones.
Dental care for real, because that ain't hitting.
That's
Sorry,
cool. He getting money. He about to get it. He gonna have the veneers by the end of the week.
Let's go. If we keep balling like this, he's gonna get them endorsements and gonna get them teeth fixed.
That's what I'm saying. You gonna have them Jones.
Remember everybody kept making fun of Anthony Davis' eyebrow,
yeah,
when he came in the league, and that was marketable.
Exactly. He's still getting money off that. He got veneers too, because his teeth wasn't that straight.
Yeah.
Everybody got veneers on the com.
Except LeBron. LeBron ain't got no veneers.
LeBron might have got veneers.
Nah.
Long before we knew it. His teeth wasn't always that straight.
I'm about to say, like,
he got good veneers. See, back in the day, their veneers was better. Now everybody look like horses.
Yeah.
He got the good veneers before they was
like,
popular.
I mean, LeBron, KCP got the veneers.
Oh my god.
I mean, LeBron spends like $4 million to upkeep his body. So
so you know he got veneers.
Yeah, so it's like, you know,
he got supplements. Got really good dentist.
Yeah, so
he paid top dollar for them veneers.
Yeah, those veneers, you know, the hair transplants,
No, the hair transplants are real. That man should be bald.
Well, you know,
he should have a bald spot.
They take the hair from his booty.
Shut up, Mark.
They do. They take the hair. It does.
What?
They take the hair. Yeah, that's part.
Mark, that's not true.
Yes, it is. They take the hair from your booty, and then it helps like with the procedure. They use the serum, and then that's how it grow back in. So the hair got to come from somewhere.
I mean, so that's what they did with Mariah Earlier?
Yeah, you gotta take the hair from their booty. That's like okay. All right, look it up.
Right, well,
yo, when y'all Google it, y'all gonna be cracking up. Y'all gonna be cracking up. It's really from his booty.
So that's what's going on in the NFL.
So right now, who's the best team in the league?
Well, right now the Cardinals by the record. they're number one. Obviously.
Okay, so do you believe they're the best team just because of their record?
I
or
don't
do you
think
actually
they're
believe-
still the best team.
No, I mean sometimes
I'm
schedule can be in your favor. You just kind of had it in your favor in those games. But I think the best team in the league.
Let me see. Hold on, real quick.
I'm trying to think who's the best team in the league.
Oh, the Bengals are 5-2. That was my bad.
You seen when
5.
JJ Watt was like, "Yeah, maybe we're just that good." Remember you seen that video of him?
Yeah.
He was like going off. Like people were like doubting the Cardinals. Like, yeah, maybe we got this, or maybe we're just better. Maybe we're just better than what you say we are.
I'm honestly, I'm gonna still go with the Bucks for now, even though they got that one loss. I'm gonna still rock with the Bucks. They're on a 4-game win streak. They're undefeated at home. I'm still gonna rock out with the Bucks.
I forgot who they even lost to.
I don't either.
Wasn't
I
it?
don't even remember.
It was kind of like a dang.
And then honestly, the Packers 6-game
Yeah, I was
win
gonna say
streak.
the Packers they only lost once.
Yeah, that first game. Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers has been Aaron Rodgers. Freaking the Packers look solid. Cardinals are definitely solid.
Yeah.
And yo, as much as it pains me, Dallas isn't terrible.
Yeah.
Dallas is not terrible at all. Actually, it doesn't pain me that much because the Eagles are trash. But like Dallas,
Oh wait, yeah, they lost to the Rams. The Bucks lost to the
they
Rams.
did.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
They
that's
got
another
smoked
team. Yeah,
too.
yeah.
They got
That's
smoked.
another team, the Rams.
Rams are solid
Yeah,
too.
the NFC's loaded right now.
Yeah,
man.
Jared Goff.
it's the AFC.
I mean Matthew
It's-
Stafford, my bad.
Yeah, it's the AFC who really not sure, but I'd say probably the best team in the AFC, in my opinion, is probably either the Bills or don't sleep on the Titans. Do not sleep on the Titans. I feel like they since what's his name? What was Mike Vrabel?
Yeah.
Mike, I can't even say his last
Mike
name.
Vrabel.
Ever since he started calling them boys out, and like King Henry the first is just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The fact, like when I see him run, all I hear is it just looked like he run heavy, like it just sounds like heavy lifting in metal. That's all I hear when I see this man run, and he just be running fast.
I just imagine like a rhino, like boom, boom,
Yes.
boom,
That-
boom,
yes, that's even better than what I
Like
was
you just
saying.
imagine a rhino like going full force speed towards a target. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, he's huge.
Yeah, King Henry is
And think about a rhino though. A rhino has thick skin, and Derrick Henry is like so like I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say that y'all can say whatever you want. He's thick. You know what I mean? He's
You're
a thick
woman.
guy.
You're allowed to
Y'all
now.
get- He's a thick guy.
It's
like his
okay.
butt, his thigh, like he's huge.
Now, you didn't say you were gonna get all into
I mean,
that.
just say he's a big guy. Like that man is. I don't really like beefy guys, but you know, he's definitely like a specimen. I'd say
Okay, I hear
Yeah.
you.
he
Thick,
is.
beefy, big. I hear you.
I mean,
Okay.
listen.
Is he busty?
Oh, Mark.
Is he voluptuous?
All right, relax. You're taking it far. You're taking it too far now, buddy. All right,
Big sweaty
pal.
man.
Wait,
Bumping meat.
Yo, Chris cracks up every time he says that. Bumping me.
You went to Frostar class. You went to 30-minute class.
yo,
Not me.
hold on, time out. Just to go off topic about that bumping meat real quick.
Yo, can y'all stop with the bumping meat?
Big men bumping meat. Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg was not a terrible match. I was like, this is going to be my bathroom break match. And I was like, hold on, let me just see for a minute. And it was actually pretty good for big men bumping meat. I was very, what do you mean? I was very
Chris
pleased.
loves to say bumping meat.
That match was actually pretty good. Would you agree? It was much better. And Goldberg got off a clean jackhammer. I did not think he could pick Bobby Lashley up.
Yeah.
It was a good match. It was much better than I expected.
He really did kill Bobby Lashley.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. I enjoyed it. I was not expecting that. I'm like, this is going to be trash. I'm not watching this match. And it turned out to be great. It was a shocker.
Yeah, absolutely. And to boomerang it back to Derrick Henry, speaking of Derrick Henry. So,
Yeah.
who is your league MVP? I've narrowed it down to two choices. Is it going to be Tom Brady, who leads the league in passing yards and passing touchdowns? Or is it Derrick Henry, who is literally carrying everything about this Tennessee offense right now?
Kyler Murray. I know he wasn't an option, but Kyler Murray is the league MVP. The things that he is doing on a weekly basis is absolutely incredible. I mean, of course, we've seen things like this before, but nobody thought that Kyler Murray was going to make this much of a leap as far as his development and to make it translate to the Cardinals this season. And then you get a veteran and a safety blanket because that's something that you need as a young quarterback. In Zach Ertz, you already know DeAndre Hopkins is catching everything you throw in his vicinity. The defense is pretty good right now. Since they only really award quarterbacks for the MVP, I'm rocking with Kyler Murray. Mm-hmm. And as of right now, he's my MVP frontrunner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carm?
I mean, I think that what Derrick Henry's doing is crazy over there in Tennessee, especially because they were injured a little bit at the beginning of the season, and now they're trying to get some people back. But I think that Derrick Henry is just killing it. Like, he's just his yards that he's getting per game, and just the effect that he has in their defense. And again, we talked about this on the show before. What is defined as most valuable? Like, most valuable to the team, most valuable to the league. Like, but obviously Derrick Henry is the most valuable to that team. Clearly.
Yeah. And let me just read this off to you. Like, week 1 was just a bad loss, 17 rushes for 58 yards. But let me read off these average Derrick Henry runs. 35 rushes for 182 yards, 28 for 113, 33 for 157, 29 for 130, 20 for 143, 29 for 86. The volumes that he is getting right now for a running back is absolutely ridiculous. But he has 10 touchdowns, and he also has one throwing in the air because he had the one against Kansas City.
At this point, my man just doing everything.
Yeah, he's literally doing everything he can. It's like, this is something we haven't really seen since probably 2012 Adrian Peterson at this pace. And not to mention, with an extra game, he's probably going to break the rushing record.
Oh, he is. He should.
Probably going to get 2,000 again.
He should.
Yeah. So
every time go ahead, Chris.
So, like, the fact that the running backs rarely get any sort of consolation for, like, the MVP award, it's always Offensive Player of the Year. Listen, my vote goes to Derrick Henry. Tom Brady's balling right now. It's a really good narrative because 44 years old, leading league in touchdown passes and yards. That's something we haven't seen before. But what Derrick Henry is also something that we really haven't been seeing before either.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Derrick Henry's the guy. That's why I was talking about him last week. I mean, the way that he runs is just incredible. We see the work that he puts in during the offseason, his complex workout drills. They're just elites, things that you've never seen. Like,
doing push-ups on medicine balls with a chain around his neck.
Like, I thought the workouts Adrian Peterson did, like, were crazy, but nah, Derrick Henry took that. It's like, when Goku be working out in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah.
Like, that's how Derrick Henry workouts are.
It's
like, them Jones is lit.
Yeah.
That he's the actual person that does that. Like, just think about how hard it is, or how easy he makes it look to do certain things.
Yeah, but Derrick Henry is exactly what Kobe was talking about. Are you a different animal and the same beast? That's Derrick Henry.
That's exactly what he was talking about.
Wow, Chris.
Kanye, like,
wow.
What does that mean, Kobe? What does that mean, Kobe?
You're welcome.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just keep imagining him in his uniform.
Yeah,
he's just like he is like solid.
I remember seeing him in college. I'm like, yo, what? That guy's a running back?
Yeah.
He should be a linebacker.
Oh, yeah. That picture between him and next to Mark Ingram was just hilarious because Mark Ingram was like, this guy's human.
Right. Derrick
classic.
Absolute monster. So, yeah, I mean, I'm Kyler Murray. 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's taking care of the ball. He's already got over 2,000 passing yards. Those guys are undefeated. I'm rocking with Kyler Murray for now because, like you said, they give it to quarterbacks. Kyler Murray is definitely the surprise. I mean, you got your Justin Herberts, your Joe Burrows, those young guys. But Kyler Murray has really made it so different. It's really translate.
I'm not having that. You want your 300-yard passes. You want your 4 touchdown games. Bump that.
Oh my God! Stop.
And once again, you're listening to 98.5 WJYN, Running Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture. If you want to call to join the discussion, Mark, drop that call number.
Of course, that number is 215-763-9596.
And as we transition out of the NFL into the NBA, but before we do that, we have one of the best weekly segments on all of radio coming up.
Yup. Let's get it. So, while Chris is queuing up some Jennifer Lopez, we got the highly anticipated, the long-awaited Carm's Corner. There's only one place you can find Carm's Corner. That is here on WJYN Uptown Radio, Running Back Sports, Tuesdays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Let's go.
All right, y'all. I'm not gonna say what I want to say. So thank you, Chris.
What you gonna say?
I was gonna take a line from Chris's dad, but I'm not gonna do it.
Play my music, boy.
Play my music, boy.
Play my music, boy.
Chris gets mad about
Before
that.
you start, why all the old heads say boy like boy?
Boy.
You ever peep they throw a W in there?
Play my music, boy.
I don't know.
Right, boy. Let me
Anywho,
see that thing, boy.
all right. So, hey everyone, welcome to Carm's Corner. Carm's Corner is the time where I talk about whatever I want. No, I talk about, people or places or things that are doing well in life. And things can do well also. Just anybody that I think is just, want to pop in sports and media or in culture. So I'm going to talk about these people because when I woke up today, I said, you know what? I said, I really want to highlight these people because I felt like we've talked about them before, but I just want to give them another shout out because it's early on in the NBA season and I think they deserve it. So right now in the NBA, in the Eastern Conference, we got two brothers in the Eastern Conference whose teams are leading in the East. Yes, we just started the season. It's a fresh season, but they're still top of the East right now. With all the talent that we have in the East, it's kind of been a surprise of the season so far, I'd say. So in the East, we got the Bulls who are 4-0, undefeated. And then we got the Hornets who are 3-1. Now, who are we talking about on these teams? Well, if you're living under a rock, let me tell you. Let me inform you. We're talking about the Ball brothers, okay? Lonzo and Lamella Ball, right? So I'll give you some background if you don't know, if you've been sleeping under a rock again. I'm going to give you some breakdown. So Lonzo Ball, he was drafted in 2017 draft, number 2 pick to the LA Lakers. He played for UCLA. He went to Chino Hills High School. He made the all-rookie team in 2018. Last year, he averaged 14 points a game, 5 rebounds. Actually, this year, he averages 14 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. And actually, he set a record for himself this year. He is the only player in the entire history of the NBA to score a triple-double for 3 different franchises. So he got his own record, which I think is really cool. Besides that, just a cool fact about him from UCLA. He set UCLA's single games freshman assist record. He dished 14 assists against the Washington State team when he was back in UCLA. And he's actually a father. He has a daughter, Zoe, named after him, which I think is really cute. So that's Lonzo, right? And also, obviously, Lonzo's a point guard. He's 6'6". Obviously, Lonzo has not always gotten the credit that he's kind of maybe deserved. He's always gotten a lot of flack because when he came into the league initially, this is when the hype was going on with his dad, and his dad was talking a lot and kind of is this big media guy. If you don't know who his dad is, LeVar Ball. So, Lonzo's kind of coming into his own, I think. Obviously, he played for the Lakers. He got traded to the Pelicans, and then from the Pelicans, he now is on the Bulls, first year with the Bulls. He's making an impact so far. So that's Lonzo. Shout out to Lamella Ball, okay? Oh, let me just say this. Wait, hold on. I think I wrote this damn one because I think I was like, when is this? So, okay, so Lamella Ball. Lamella Ball was born in August. Like, what's up? It's like all these August babies. Like
August what?
22nd, the day before mine.
That's my young boy.
So he was born August 22nd, 01. He's 20 years old.
01?
01. He's the same age as my brothers. And Lonzo was born October 27th. So his birthday's coming up in 1997.
It's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, so Lonzo's birthday's tomorrow. He's going to be 24. He's born in 97. And LaMelo was born August 22nd, 01. He's going to be 21 next year. So shout out to LaMelo for being a baby. And his birthday's the day before mine. And his birthday's actually mine.
01?
01.
My sister is older than him. That's wild.
Yeah, his birthday is actually my aunt's birthday, so shout out to him. He's 6'7", point guard. He was drafted in the 2020 draft, number 3 pick. He went to Chino Hills High School as well, but he did not go to college, as y'all know. Well, if you don't know, he went the EuroLeague route and played in the EuroLeague, I think, for like a couple seasons. Yeah, he played when he was like 16 up. He was in the EuroLeague, on and off. He was actually Rookie of the Year last year. He got drafted to the Charlotte Hornets. He's still on the Hornets. This season, he's averaging, even though this is still a young season, this season he's averaging 27.8 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 6.8 assists. And last season, he was in the scoring rate of about 5.7 and 13 points a game. But again, last season, he wasn't always a starter. He was a bench player, and then he became a starter mid-season. So he actually obviously improved his points from last season. And if you don't know, I just want to give him a little shout out because I think that he not necessarily deserves it, but I just think it just should be noted because of the point that I'm trying to make here. So they actually have a third brother, if you don't know, Lamella Ball, born November 24th, 1998. He's 22, 6'5". He went in 2018. He tried to go into the draft. He went undrafted. He had a signage with the Pistons for a brief hot stint, and then he played for the Hornets G League this past summer in the G League. So obviously he hasn't found an NBA home yet, but I see him still grinding. I know obviously that's his goal, so hopefully he gets there. But just to say that to have these guys now here's the thing. So obviously, like I said before, LeVar Ball has been like a media point of interest. He's, very, very loud, very kind of like, he speaks up. He talks about his kids. And when Lonzo first got to the league, people used to hate on him. Like, they're doing too much or too involved. But as we've seen, and, as been shown, all his three boys are now two of them are in the league. One of them is trying to get in the league. His first boys were, the oldest and the youngest were both top 3 draft picks. Mm-hmm. And now as of right now, both of them are leading their teams in their own respective ways. Like Lonzo is a point guard for the Bulls. Obviously, it's not his team, it's Zach LaVine's team, but he's making a significant impact from just starting on the team his first year. And LaMelo hasn't made an impact since he got on the team. When he was coming off the bench, when he became a starter, when they made that playoff run, and then even though it wasn't a long playoff run, they still made it. And then now with LaMelo, he's just, he's killing it. And he was Rookie of the Year. So definitely shout out to the Ball brothers. I think it's really cool that they both are leading the Eastern Conference right now. And besides that, I think it's great for people to see just as like a family, as for families, like they are coming from, not saying it's bad to have, everyone has, blended families, but, they come from their parents are together still, you know what I mean? They come from same mom, same dad, and they're in the household. They all grew up together. And now they're all, two of them are in the league and doing really well. So I just think that's a testament to their parents, not just their dad, but their mom too. Like I know when LaMelo gave his Rookie of the Year acceptance, he said thank you, or whatever he won for the ESPYs. He said thank you to his mom. Like first and foremost, he said thank you to his mom and everything that she did for him. So it's like, of course, LeVar, he's the media person. He's out there on the forefront, but the mom obviously is doing something right. She obviously, raised those boys right as well. So shout out to their parents for doing a great job with them. And shout out to them for killing it. And honestly, shout out to Lonzo too for just kind of keeping his head down, doing what he does. And now he's starting to get some recognition for like the good things that he's doing. And I'm really excited for the Bulls. So I'm happy to see that they're 4-0. And shout out to the Ball brothers and the Ball family. And that's my Carm's Corner for today.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've listened to another edition of Carm's Corner. There's only one place you can find that, and that is WJYN Uptown Radio, Running Back Sports. There's only one place the day that we do it. That is Tuesdays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, you just listened to another episode of Carm's Corner. Peace, love, and soul.
I was going to say peace, love, and hair grease, but
oh yeah,
thanks,
like
guys.
Yeah,
thanks, guys.
Absolutely. We enjoy your segments.
Yeah, so. They definitely are hooping. Like honestly, I would not be shocked if the first like matchup when they play against each other is like on ESPN or something like that or TNT. Like definitely national televised because they've been playing great.
What if that's the first round playoff series?
Oh wow,
that'd be crazy.
Wow,
brother against brother.
It'd just be like when Seth was versus Steph when it was Portland versus Golden State. That would be great. But the only difference is like these guys are both like hoopers. They've been playing great, and their games are a little similar yet different at the same time. You can definitely tell where LaMelo got some of his style from Lonzo. It's just LaMelo's like 6'7", 6'8".
He's bigger.
Yeah, Lonzo is more a playmaker. LaMelo's definitely more of a scorer with his size. But I'll tell you one thing, it's going to be highlight city for both of those guys. Because number one, Miles Bridges catching oops like crazy. And then you got DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine catching oops like crazy too. Yo, those guys will probably be Sports Center a lot. Yeah. They'll be Sports Center top 10 a whole lot. Yeah. So definitely big shot. Aren't they both teams undefeated, right?
No.
Hornets just 3-1.
3-1. The Bulls are 4-0.
Yeah.
But they've been balling.
Yeah, but I'm loving the spotlight that that teams are not used to getting the spotlight. I'm
in a young season.
Yeah, so I appreciate like seeing LaMelo getting the credit. I feel like he's going to be a top 25 player by the end of the season. I fully believe that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't see why not. I mean, with his length, his athleticism, his ability to get some steals in transition, his craftiness, being able to score. Like now that he's actually like has his body, he doesn't play like a little kid anymore. Remember how it seemed like he kind of played like a little kid, and he was like more crafty. Now he kind of uses his body and does what he got to do because he's actually like, oh well, I got this big body now.
Yeah. And no more Terry Rozier taking minutes from him.
Yes, that's very and Graham who's in New Orleans now.
Yeah.
Wait, Terry Rozier, he's still on the.
I think Scary Terry is with him. I think it's Graham.
He's on the Hornets.
It's Graham who's taking
He's on
minutes
the
from him.
Hornets. Yeah.
They sent him over to New Orleans.
Yeah. Yeah, but also I saw like an ESPN segment, like I forget what basketball show it was. Was Malika Andrews and Cheney. They were highlighting like John Morant for like the first 15 minutes. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, because John Morant, he's leading the league of scoring right now.
Tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Morant
game against the Lakers.
Beast.
He was going
off. Such a beast. Like I liked him coming out.
I've been liked him. Remember I talked about him?
He was tough. Like
those layups that he was making like at Staples Center was
John Morant is nasty. He's uber athletic. Like the thing, like the blocks that he gets. Like I feel like that one block that he had last week, he could have been pinned on the back of the backboard by like his back. Like he was up there like that, and then like he don't care. He do not care. He will try and slam on your neck. He don't care. He gonna throw it down on you. We'll see if he's able to keep it up though. I mean, he is a young boy. He should be able to. But yeah, John Morant's tough. He's definitely tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's up? What's up?
And he's super cute.
What's up? He's too young for you, Carm, and he's not. He doesn't make your list.
He's so cute though.
His complexion.
Y'all are assuming my list. Y'all don't know my list. I've never revealed my list.
Right,
so with that being said,
John
Morant.
# drop the list.
Right. No.
John Morant is cute.
Next week.
I mean, you did. I'm just saying, like, a few months ago, you did say that, and like, we're still waiting.
Yeah. No. Next week, Carm's dropping the list.
Christmas time, I dropped the list. Christmas gift.
Is it a gift?
Yeah, it's a gift that keeps on giving.
Interesting. Interesting. So let's talk about it. I mean,
all right. Yeah.
We got more developments. We got Sixers versus the Knicks tonight on TNT.
Yeah.
76ers.
Right now they're 2-1.
Oh god, now I got to pretend how great. I don't like national broadcast because now I got to sit there and watch national analysts pretend to know what's actually going on here.
Yeah, facts. I tweeted that. I was like, when I was sitting there watching the game, when they were playing, who were they playing against? The Nets.
Yeah.
I was like, what are y'all talking about? I was irked.
It's pretty bad.
Like Mark Jackson and what's his name? The other guy,
Mike Brewer.
Yeah, like shut up. You don't know what you're talking about, Mark Jackson. Yeah, Ben Simmons being traded. That's not hurting his value. They know his value. Mark Jackson, shut up.
Why does she sound like him?
Because that's how he be sounding.
With all due respect.
Yeah, man. With all due respect. They know
knock it out of the park.
They know his value.
With all due respect.
Like Mark Jackson, what are you talking about? It is hurting his value. That's why no one wants him. What are you talking about?
With all due respect, that's why you're on the job. But
what are you talking about? And then they're just like, yeah, these Philly fans. I'm like, what do you know, Mark Brand, about Philly fans? Nothing. It really made me mad because I was like, this is why we had this reputation that we have. Because again, our fans can be crazy, but again, we're not that bad. This national media,
we're really not bad fans.
The national media just paints this picture of us. And here's the thing: the casual fans and people who don't know Philly or don't come here, which I get it. Like I've never been to Seattle. I'll believe whatever they say about Seattle. I've never been there, so I get it. I get it, but it's just it's
pretty rude, by the way.
I'm just saying, it's crazy.
All right, hold on. Gotta cue it up. 98.5 WJYM, Running Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture. Oh, a little late today, huh?
That was kind of weak, but okay. Yeah. How you doing today, crew?
What up?
I'm just waiting for you.
Prince Balor in the building.
Waiting for you, Mr. Norris.
That's right. I'm gonna start things off a little serious note. Okay. Chris already didn't tell you that, but I suffer from bouts of chronic depression, okay, and mood swings. And Chris's two younger brothers, they have varying degrees of autism. So when somebody says they have a mental illness, okay, and it's like I'm crying wolf, okay, because they can't take the pressure of somebody criticizing them and everything. I take that very personally, okay, and I'm seeing it directly to Biz City. If you suffer from mental illness, fine. But if you're just saying that as an excuse to excuse your behavior, that's been going on for a while now and everything, whether it's you're not shooting the ball, you're not manning up to accept your responsibility in the whole fiasco that's going on right now, and using it as a cop out to get your way, to have like a petulant spoiled brat and everything, okay, that I've lost what little respect I had for you. Because that's not something you play with, for real. Because if you're crying wolf on that, you just use that as an excuse, as a cop out, then it's going to make it that much harder for somebody that really suffers from a mental illness to get help. Because they're going to think somebody's crying wolf.
Yeah, I highly agree. I'm glad that you actually touched on that because that's something that I wanted to talk about as far as the way that with the new development with Ben Simmons. I agree with you because
I heard that, you really just don't know how much that made my blood boil.
and you know what? You're not the only person because people who actually deal with mental illness on a regular basis, like they kind of felt the same way. And it's kind of messed up too, in a sense that I pray that he actually is dealing with a mental illness and trying to get his mentals together, because the fact that he can kind of use it to get what he wants, especially where the world is more socially aware with mental health, I think that's terrible. So I pray that he's actually really going through some things and that he can actually get that worked out. But if he's using it to continue to get his money, because there is a rule in the CBA, if you are dealing with mental illness, you can still get paid. So that's like he hasn't been getting fined anymore either.
The fines have stopped.
Yeah.
That's a loophole. All it is good chances, 99.9% chance he uses that as a loophole to get paid. Okay, and I call that lily liveritis. Okay, yellow belly-itis and everything. Let's face that. There's the petulant branch straight up count. Okay, and that's all I'm going to touch on that. Because if I talk about it anymore, it's going to get me angry, and I already am.
Nah, I get that 100%.
And speaking of anger, anybody seen Eagles defense?
No. Last time I seen them is with Jimmy Johnson. That's the last time I remember seeing an Eagles defense.
They made a brief appearance in Carolina.
Even with Jim Schwartz, okay, the defense wasn't as vanilla. Okay,
It's
and
terrible.
Jim Schwartz gave up all those points in the Super Bowl and still won because the offense was quick. All right, Fletcher Cox, I can understand his frustration and everything, but him to come out and just say what he said and everything, that's telling how the whole season of defense is going. Okay, they're not aggressive. All right, they made Derek Carr look like Joe Montana.
Right?
He only missed 3 passes, and 2 of them because his receivers dropped the ball.
Right. Yeah, the defense, it's just bad. Like, I don't understand. I feel like coming into the season, one of the big things that, what's his name, Mike Gannon? I don't know bull name at this point. Jonathan, Mike Gannon, Rich Gannon, they all the same guy. Anywho, I feel like they came in putting emphasis on taking away the ball, and you've barely seen that. Like, we've gotten some interceptions, but I don't see a lot of fumbles being forced. I don't see any aggression. I feel like we saw some aggression. Literally, the Eagles team that we saw week 1 never surfaced again. Like, I just don't understand. That was the most prepared the Eagles ever were. I cannot get over that. And the fact that we've literally we've made these game plans adjusting to the teams, and I get it. But the Eagles, when they came out week 1, that Eagles team that we saw was never defeated. It was never stopped. So for us to just go drastically far away from that game plan and style that we played to this abysmal 2-5 record, it's just beyond me. It's frustrating.
Well, you also have to understand, I kept on telling people they were playing the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
Okay. I kept telling people that they got hyped by the first game, like they're playing the Falcons. It's only one game. Okay. True testament of the coach's philosophy is as the season goes on. And from what I've seen, I'm not impressed. Okay. The Lions, they're going to the Lions next week. They used to be back in the day, Lions were almost a guaranteed win. The Lions are 1-7. If the Eagles lose to the Lions and everything, sticking the fork in the season is done. But deuces with the Lions now and everything, you think they're going to put a little more emphasis on saying, okay, y'all got rid of me for these jokers and everything, I'm going to run the ball down your throats. Okay? Look, Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman, they didn't want Deuce because Deuce was not going to be a puppet for them. Okay?
Yep.
Every time I listen to Dick Sirianni talking and everything, I see the puppet strings like Pinocchio. All right? They wanted a coach they could cow, they could control, they could dictate to. Deuce wasn't having none of that. Okay? They got what they wanted. Okay? But for the same token, because they got what they wanted, they wanted a public coach. who's going to be kowtow to them and everything, they got exactly what they deserve.
He's
and
under
everybody
Jason
talking about
Garrett.
draft picks coming up and everything. As long as they do the picking and everything, I'm worried about that too. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, Devontae Smith, he's nice, okay, but unless Jalen Hurts improves accuracy and everything, it doesn't make a difference.
Yep. Agreed.
Did I miss anything?
No, you hit everything right on the nail.
Everything on the head.
You hit everything on the nail. It's just
by the time they finally ran the dead ball, what happens? Miles Sanders gets hurt.
right on cue, and then they completely go away from the game plan that they really had. So that just comes to show you that Nick Sirianni only game planned for one player. Like, he didn't game plan for Jalen Hurts. He didn't game plan for Devontae Smith. He didn't game plan for Kenneth Gainwell, the guy that he was giving so much more time and carries to, and they just went back to the regular vanilla style offense that they had.
Signing. Oh my goodness!
And he was great.
I forgot all about my boy.
Boston Scott was great.
Hey, sometimes we game plan, with one person in mind, and sometimes it works. Derrick Henry gets game planned every week, but we're not as fortunate as Tennessee is. So
we're not as fortunate as a lot of teams are.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. Okay, bottom line is this season is look. I have no faith in the Eagles this season. I really don't. Okay, I really truly don't. And somebody help Alex Singleton get those tread marks out of his chest. Because every time I turned around, he was eating dirt. He was getting run over. Okay, and somebody tell the Eagles we need linebackers. Okay, we need linebackers. We need linebackers.
Yeah.
Not just guys in bodies. Not just guys wearing uniforms and everything, like from 49 to 59. We need actual linebackers. Guys are going to stuff the middle. Okay, guys are going to make tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
That's true.
They've gone so far away from linebackers, it's getting ridiculous. I mean, they de-emphasize this regime de-emphasizes linebackers the same way Andy Reid de-emphasized wide receivers before they finally got T.O. What happened? They got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Mr. Norris, I wanted to ask you a real quick question, just to switch subjects a little bit. So right now, Dame is averaging a career low 17 points per game, and the Blazers are sitting at 1-2. What are your thoughts?
Well, Dame is having an edge career low, but if you look at the other side of it and everything, McCollum is balling out.
27 points per game?
Just think, if you go back, right about now for Ben Simmons, Covington, McCollum in the first round pick doesn't look too shabby now, does it?
Nope. No, it actually never did look bad. Especially if we get to keep Tyrese Maxey.
People just get caught up in names.
As far as Dame goes, if the Portland Trail Blazers continue on their path of being stagnant, he might finally demand his way out. But the bottom line is he's still an all-world player. Okay, it's not just going to take Ben Simmons to pry him away from Portland.
Nah.
And Ben Simmons' value right now is at an all-time low. He's a laughing stock in the NBA. Absolutely nobody respects him. Well, I'm sorry, except for Danny Green.
Probably. It's funny, the TNT guys be killing him. Last week, they started the show, and they're like, "Oh, where's Shaq?" They're like, I don't know. Then Shaq comes in late, and then Chuck's like, "Oh, look at you on your Ben Simmons," and then Shaq's on his phone and everything. It's hilarious. They've been killing Ben Simmons.
And with the whole Ben Simmons thing, I hold the Sixers organization as a whole responsible too. Ben Simmons plays a part in it. They play a part in it too. They catered to him. They coddled him. They babied him. Okay. And Daryl Morey is like, "Oh, we're only going to take a superstar in return." Well, guess what, Morey? You're not going to get a superstar in return for Ben Simmons. Straight up. Okay. Looking back at it, like you said before, we should have traded for Harden, but the Nets yanked the rug out from under that one. And while Ben Simmons' trade value was still high, we should have flipped him at the end of the season. Okay, really, because his trade value right now is an all-time low. Right now, Malcolm Brogdon and Karis LeVert, and number one pick don't look too bad from him either, but they ain't happening.
I know.
Okay.
Also,
Daryl Morey needs to get out of his head that Ben Simmons is an all-world, all-league player because he is not.
He's not.
He is not. And you're going to take pennies on the dollar for this bone.
And look, Malcolm Brogdon right now averaging 25, 8 and 8. How that sound?
Precisely.
Crazy.
My point precisely. So you may have taken to Sacramento for Buddy Hield, Marvin Bagley, and a bag of chips. Okay.
If we can even still get that.
Like I said, Ben Simmons is a laughing stock. He really is. Nobody in the NBA respects him. Okay. They get agreed. Keep your mouth shut. Okay. Cost us that game to get the Nets. letting the guys blow by you and everything and shooting those horrible shots. I mean, really, seriously, what was he thinking?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm still completely off on Ben Simmons. I do feel, even though I hope that he is truly dealing with his mentals right now, I do feel like the league has kind of eased up on him. You haven't heard as much Ben Simmons talk right now because that has came up, and I feel like I hope this was not a strategic move to get some pressure off him because the whole world was killing him. Yeah. Everything. Every time I turned on something, it was Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons this, Ben Simmons that. So
it was a bar and a rap. I forget what rap it was though.
I'm telling you, it's a good chance of this boy, and that's the kind of person he is. Okay, Ben Simmons, aka Mr. Softy, aka Benjamin, aka Ben Cena, Benita, whatever you want to call him, everything. He's never going to shoot us for 60 again. This city will never forgive him. I mean, when you become the most skilled athlete before 60, I mean, he didn't bypass J.D. Drew. He didn't bypass Scott Rowland. Come on now. Really?
Yeah. All right, Dad, one last question before I let you go. So what linebacker would you rather have right now? Would you rather have Alex Singleton with fresh cleats or Levon Kirkland in 2001? I'm at 2021 right now.
I'd rather take a Texans up. How about that?
That's funny.
That's just as effective.
Ooh, man. I mean, we better all call him 6.5. We call him for his hands back on to stick him in the middle.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about it. And let me tell you something. Seth Jordan, if y'all listen to Seth Jordan, Seth Jordan always scared me when I was a kid. But the venom and the raw hatred talked about the coaching staff right now, it's legendary.
Oh yeah, I follow him on Twitter. He there's no mercy.
And there's no person in the world you want to anger at you like this Seth Jordan.
Shit, man. Sounds like a perfect fit for Cobra Kai.
You think? So yeah. Chuck Norris scared Seth Jordan.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Dad. Appreciate you calling in.
Y'all take care. Next time I have my skin, you can amp up the right way there, boy. All right?
Bye.
All right, see you. Peace.
All
right. Once again, listen to 98.5 WJNY. Yeah, Running Back Sports Show. Sports for the culture. You want to call the Jordan discussion? Drop that call number.
Of course, 215-763-9596.
And let's talk a little bit more about it. So if you had to grade give the Sixers a grade right now, first 3 games of the season, they're 2-1 right now. Their only loss came with a massive collapse against Brooklyn within the last 3 minutes of the game. So if you had to grade them right now, what would you grade them as?
Honestly, I would give them a B+.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I give them a B+ is because one thing about the 76ers is you got 5 guys on the court who can all actually shoot. The only thing that I see that kind of, I guess, where they miss Ben a little bit is the transition offense. And that can easily be changed. I've seen Joel take over the transition, but let Maxey go. Like, Maxey, he slows it up. He definitely slows it up. You let Maxey get in that open court and just have the guys run, it's going to be almost the same Ben effect. Now, you're just going to hope that Maxey can hit these guys where they want. I feel like a couple of these guys who are suffering without Ben, definitely Danny Green, because he's not really getting the ball in the corner where he needs to be. But also, I feel like he don't be in the corner. Like, why you be shooting threes on the wing in the top key? That's not your shot, bro. Like, he airballed 3 of them Jones.
I mean, transition is weird now because you see Danny Green, taking it to the top of the 3-point line, letting it fly. Granted, some of them do be going in, but I'm like, this is something I don't want on a consistent basis.
That Brooklyn game when he splashed the first 2 and never hit another shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, some. So, I'm going to say a B. When that loss to Brooklyn, that game was definitely on Doc. That was 100% on Doc.
A Doc Rivers special.
Yo, Doc Rivers was in postseason form. Like, he was ready to go, just ready to blow leads like he always does. That game was 100% on Doc. I'll never forget I'm watching, and then watching the game. And I remember I'm actually texting Kai. I'm like, yo, Doc's about to blow this game. He's like, yeah. I'm like, yo, make sure you ask Doc why Joel was not in. like at a certain time. He's like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna ask him that. I'm gonna also ask him why he didn't challenge to play. Like,
No, oh my God, that was. I was
Because
was
it
yelling.
clearly hit his leg.
I was like, yo, bro.
bro, what?
But even that play with Danny Green, when Danny Green took the charge and they called a blocking foul on him, I'm like, yo, like you're not gonna say, like, he just has no emotion, like he just is like, he just sitting there just like looking with his big eyes, like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
it wasn't good. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna challenge it.
Like, first of all, it's a minute left. What are you saving the challenge for? It's like that turned over the game because then they got the ball back and scored. What is it? It's a minute something left. Like, why do you not do anything? This is what happened last season. You don't do anything when, like, you don't stick up for the players. You're not getting into it when you.
Oh, he sticks up for players.
No. Oh, at press conferences in the game, he don't do nothing. I want to say, you know what I want to say. He don't do crap.
Yeah, this is
And
a PG show. I've seen your other shows.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, it's just frustrating how he doesn't do anything in the game, bro. Call the challenge. These are plays that will change a game. These are like it's to get to know the feel of the moment. We were losing. We had that game the whole game. We pulled a typical Sixers move, and we were crumbling at the end. That last moment, like, you know, that changed. Like, you know, there was extra 2 points, 3 points if we lost because you don't want to challenge nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't get it, at least you give an attempt. At least you're getting the team right up. Like, yo, like, we're not gonna just lie down. You're just lying down. You're giving the impression that we're just lying down and taking what's happening.
Because even if you use that challenge and it's failed, it's still you just taking that time out to like get everybody
Right.
assessed. But
it was crazy.
Yeah.
And I sometimes I think about, well, I wonder what Seth thinks. Seth Curry. I know it's his father-in-law, but does he ever think like, yo, Doc, his father-in-law, you ain't doing nothing?
Seth's just probably here just like I'm just here to hoop.
I feel like that's Seth's attitude.
That does seem like his demeanor.
Yeah.
But I mean, still
Like,
though,
they ain't got nothing to do with me,
right?
bro.
But still, it's just kind of wonder if he thinks.
Dang, we lost. What do you mean we?
Seth,
Nah, he
Seth
ain't
is
like
balling
that.
last game. He had like 28
Yeah, he
points.
got 28.
He had 6 threes in the first quarter.
Yep.
You know, Seth is like, I think Seth is just getting better and better as he's progressing. I think what's good too, I think the continuity with him because the things they said, this is his first time playing for a team back to back, like in his like whole career, NBA career. Like, he's never played for a team like 2 consecutive seasons.
I think that's great growth for him.
Yes, I think this is just him starting to hit his stride because now he has some kind of consistency and he knows where he's going to be. He's like, all right, you know, he's happy.
And you can stay here for as long as you want, Seth.
Yeah, I'm cool with Seth. I
Yeah,
got no
Seth.
problem with Seth.
Yeah.
Seth hoop.
Yeah.
Like,
But I do gotta agree with you, Mark. I give this team a B plus. I would have gave it like an A, but that Doc Rivers special against Brooklyn kind
We
of
should
like
have won that game.
took it down an entire letter grade.
yeah.
For them to
But-
win that game, you would think that they were like killing us. We were winning that whole game.
Yeah.
Right. So put this in perspective, right? So say if you didn't watch the game, right? Knowing our situation, no Ben Simmons, barely have a point guard. Say you like just check the score, like, okay, Sixers hung in there. But actually watching that game, oh no, that was a
Sixers
bad
folded.
game.
Yeah, they folded.
That was a bad game. Like, I remember me and Chris was talking about this before we got on air. In the fourth quarter, most superstars check in around the 8-minute mark. They come in, they go the rest of the stretch.
At the very worst, 6.
Right. 8-minute mark hits, no Joel. Okay. 6-minute mark hits, still no Joel. Chris, when did Joel come in?
About like a little bit around 4 minutes.
By then, it was already too late. Brooklyn had all the momentum.
Yeah.
And it was a wrap. It was already too late. It was way too late.
And even by then, Joel Embiid only got an opportunity to take one shot, and then like Danny Green kept airballing threes.
And they scored only 1 point the final 5 minutes.
Yes.
That's all on Doc. That is all on Doc. It's in times like that where it's like you can't be afraid when you have just 1 point on the board. I'm sorry, Tyrese, just go. I swear. Tyrese, just go. He's the fastest man on the court, unless he's playing against De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
Other than that, Tyrese, just go. That's what I would do. If we really just stale,
Yeah.
Tyrese, go.
Yeah. So
And one thing I wanted to say though, so everyone has Brooklyn as the favorites right now, right?
I don't.
From knowing James Harden and how he plays, this version of James Harden, Brooklyn is not the favorites in my eyes
as well,
at all.
to me, as of right now, as long as Kyrie's gone, it's Milwaukee's conference to lose.
Yeah, because Brooklyn doesn't have a chance unless James Harden plays Houston basketball. They don't have a chance. Watching a passive James Harden is not exciting at all. Like, I get it. Like, Russ was criticized so much for not deferring to KD. All James Harden does is defer to KD. And there's nothing wrong with that. KD is a basketball god. James Harden is one himself. So as long as we keep getting a passive James Harden, I don't see Brooklyn winning nothing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So unless they're like, yo, bro, I need you the way you were in Houston, until then, even though 28-8 is amazing, that's still going to get you an All-Star game.
Mhm.
But that's not. We can get more from that from James Harden.
Yeah.
We can get way more. And it's
And-
crazy because his 20 be efficient. He'd be like 8 for 14 and have 20. But it'd be like, is he even in a game?
Yeah.
I've seen 3 Brooklyn games this year, and I'm like, is James Harden on the court? And he just be there chilling, just deferring to KD. Not like there's anything wrong, but literally everything that Russ was criticized, James Harden is legit deferring to KD. And now you're like you said, oh, now James Harden isn't doing enough. Why is James Harden not doing enough?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's funny thing is like maybe you realize that maybe your guys are putting way too much on Kevin Durant. Maybe Kevin Durant's the problem on why in terms of criticizing him.
Never looked at it that way.
Because everything that people criticize so many years for Russell Westbrook, James Harden is getting that criticism. I'm like, okay, if this is going to be the criticism of every single time somebody plays around Kevin Durant, maybe because Kevin Durant the problem.
It could be. Maybe that's why he jumped to Golden State. And then once he got those 2 rings, he's like, all right, monkey's off my back. Let me take my own team to the finals.
Yeah.
And look, it looks like we got the same thing all over again.
Yeah. But yeah, the James Harden point, he's averaging right now 17, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. So he's averaging a block and a steal a game. But as far as the efficiency, it's not really that good so far, especially with the rule changes. He's shooting 36% from the field this year.
It's not. I don't think it's the rule changes, but I think it's his passive gameplay.
He complains about it.
Yeah.
He didn't complain.
He was in a press conference and they asked him
No,
about
they
it.
asked him about
And
it.
he
He wasn't
said-
complaining.
No, but he did say that like he agrees that he thinks that the calls are affecting what's going on. He says, I'm not going to complain. He said, I'm not going to complain about it. But he did say that he thought that was a factor.
I think it's because they already labeled him the poster child. Like they already labeled him like he's
Well,
the
yeah.
reason they're changing the
It's
rules.
like him and Trae Young.
But
Right.
But he kind of like, he didn't say no. He was like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'll put it like this: if he plays the way he played in Houston, I feel like those rules are more for the jump shot fouls. When James Harden actually went to the rack, he got fouled. Like I feel like it's the jump shot fouls because James Harden gets a lot of 4-point plays. Cool, whatever. But if he actually plays aggressive and play the way he played in Houston, he'll get them same fouls he used to get.
Yeah. But back to the point. I give him a B. Joel Embiid, he is like, has like a bad knee so far. I mean, especially after that first game.
What's up with that? I thought he was all off season rehab and he was good.
Yeah, but that happened in his first game, though.
Yeah, he just came down on it.
It was
funny.
I was awkward landing, yeah.
And then he fell on it against Oklahoma City,
That sucks.
and his knee was bleeding.
That just sucks to be that big that you just fall on your knee
Yeah,
and it's like
but-
just messed up.
Yeah, but Joel Embiid this year, kind of pedestrian stats so far, but it's his role changed because of obviously the absence of Ben Simmons. He's averaging 21 points a game, a little over 7.5 rebounds. He leads the team in assists with 5. He has a near steal and a half a game, and he leads the team in blocks. So he leads the team in 3 different categories.
Sounds like
Yes,
MVP
sir.
candidate to me.
Yeah, Steph Curry's second in the team in scoring with 20. Tobias Harris is averaging 19 and 9. Tobias leads the team in rebounding, 6, actually. Oh, wait, no, he's second in rebounding.
I give the Sixers a B.
Yeah.
That's my grade for the Sixers. I mean, that Nets game really made me mad.
Yeah.
But besides that, I think that with everything that's going on and with the whole Ben situation, I think that they're, adjusting okay for the start of the season. I like Maxey. And I think that everyone's just like stepping it up and they're trying not to let this be like a monkey on their back. They're just kind of like, yo, it is what it is.
And then, to be honest, that Nets game once again shows you why the Sixers need someone who can get their own bucket in the fourth quarter outside of Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Literally.
To me, if they would have did that CJ trade,
CJ's averaging 27 points per game right now.
And my thing is that everything that I initially thought about Brooklyn, I'm like, cool. If we got a CJ McCollum to add to that, especially with the absence of Kyrie Irving, I'm like, oh, we're definitely beating these guys in 7 because they don't have an answer for Joel Embiid. And that's the thing. The entire offense, sure, you still got your cutters and everything, but they can legitimately now play 4 out with Joel in the post. And Joel Embiid is leading the team in assists, so he's going to find that open man. And there's going to be a lot of swing basketball because Joel Embiid is going to command the double team.
And his turnovers are down so far.
Yeah.
Even like, and his assist to turnover ratio is very low.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still like Maxey, though. I'm good on Maxey.
Yeah.
I want to see more from Isaiah Joe. And I just want to be the first to say shout out, even though this is crazy to me, Shout out Furkan Korkmaz. He's been playing
The
pretty well.
fucking hater.
He's been playing pretty well.
He's been
Even
being
though Lou
aggressive.
Dirt had him in whatever his name is, Lou Dirt or Lou Dort, whatever.
Lou Dort, yeah.
Had him on clamps. It was like, oh my God, stop. Like, I'm like, oh my God, we really need a point guard. And then I'm like, oh my God, bring Maxi in. And literally, all you see is Maxi checking because he was on clamps. It was like, I've seen people like that in street ball where it's like, all right, you got your street ballers who play like on the weekend. And then like out of nowhere, there's like a D1 guy who's there who's just like, just messing around. That's literally what it looked like when Furkan kept trying to dribble and Lou Dirt's like, nah, pluck. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? That was a nice little sequence. But other than that, Korkmaz, in my opinion, he's been playing very well. I'm not going to say what I say in the text, but because it might offend people. But this version of Korkmaz, I really like him a lot. He's very aggressive. Mm-hmm. He don't give a flying hoot. Yeah, I mean, he pulled from anywhere.
He was taking it to the rack though. Like that game, he was just like going to the rack. I was like, yo, where was this Korkmaz last
So
season?
what happened was with the absence of Ben, right?
I know, but still, it's just crazy to see him.
I know, but so he played. So with the absence of Ben, this is how he's actually used on his Turkish national team. So that's why Doc is using him that way.
You watch footage? You watch tape?
I watched the Olympics.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how he played in the Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the primary ball handler, and that's the thing. Like roles are obviously going to change. That's why Joel Embiid is bringing the ball over there. They have different ball handlers because last year when Ben was in, Ferk was pretty much just used as a spot up shooter.
Exactly.
I mean, he's a good 3-point shooter, but that's not as much as he should be maximized. What you're seeing right now is pretty much what he's been used to, like when he has played in this national team. Kind of, and same with Matisse Thybulle as well.
Yeah,
he's cutting a lot more. Defense is still there.
Yeah,
but
he can't hit a shot for his life. Though.
Yeah, he can't. But listen, and the funny thing is, you actually called it about the defense really hasn't taken that big of a hit
because you got a 7.
Yeah, because you still got Joel Embiid. And listen, as much as I don't like the guy, but even in relief, Andre Drummond is doing his thing.
Oh yeah, he's getting the hustle plays. He's blocking.
He's getting a rebound. The
Rebound.
guy got 19 rebounds in 17 minutes. I'm like,
I like his energy
on the bench, coming off the bench. Like what?
I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous.
He's way better than Dwight for me.
He's only 28.
Yeah,
he's still in his prime.
Yeah, he's getting it.
Yeah, the only time I don't like him is like when he tries to do too much, like tries to go in his bag. I'm like, bro, you don't got a bag.
He
bro.
don't. It do be funny to watch, but when them passes get through, them Jones be filthy. It'd be like, oh my God, what are you doing? But when they get through, they're filthy.
It's just like every time I try to see him do too much, the Harlem Globetrotter steam just like pops up. I'm like, stop it.
I mean, hey, at least he's bringing some. It's just fun though.
Yeah,
it's fun to watch.
His energy's great.
It's just the people. It'd be good if the person he passes to made it. Like,
them highlights would be insane.
Yeah, they make it, but they don't make it.
But the one thing I really do love, and it's clearly evident and clear as day.
What is it?
The
Chris?
backup 4 and 5 is much proof.
Yeah,
it's able to, that combination of Niang and Drummond coming off the bench, a lot more sustainable in terms of keeping leads and keeping teams in games as opposed to what it was last year.
Bro, I feel like Niang don't miss. His release is so quick. I feel like whenever he's open, that joint cash money taking over.
Yeah, and honestly, he's a solid defender as well.
He's not bad, and he got grit to him.
Yeah.
He got some real grit. Now once we see Isaiah Joe finally start to hit a couple of them threes that we've seen in the preseason, Joel's going to be getting a lot of rest in the third quarter, for real, because we are going to continue to steamroll teams. And then, like in those garbage time minutes, you're still going to see more of the development of Tyrese Maxey, getting more confidence under him. I'm still very high on Tyrese Maxey. I'm very high on him.
The only thing that this team is missing right now is a legitimate backup point guard.
That's
just another ball handler to operate the offense.
That's it.
Yeah, and
granted, I like Malik Milton. He's still not the answer.
But honestly, at this point, I'll take him over Isaiah Joe right now.
Yeah, Isaiah Joe.
Isaiah Joe still hasn't made a basket yet, man.
Yeah, he will tonight. He will tonight. He'll hit some threes. He will tonight. I mean, look,
speak into existence.
Yeah.
He will. At this point, I wouldn't mind if we signed like a Raul Neto if he was available. Just someone who can bring up the ball.
I still feel like Doc Rivers, because remember, Shake Milton had that 39-point game against the Clippers a few years ago.
Yeah,
I bet Doc was on the other side. It was like, you know what? If I can get that, I feel like I could tap into that again.
He probably is trying to. He wanted to make him like the Lou Williams guy, and it's just
not working. No.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, man. You're not Brett Brown, sir.
Nah, it's not. That's why I kind of wish we could have got Schroeder on the low. Boston
Yo.
got him
Oh,
for
that would have been.
pennies.
Yeah, that
Yo,
that honestly would have been
Shooter?
perfect.
That would have been freaking
When he
great
left
right now.
OKC, initially I wanted him
Yeah,
before he
like, we
went to the
coulda
Lakers.
got him for pennies.
For real,
man.
Shooter is a good point guard. I don't
He's
care. What
always
anybody
been a
says.
solid point guard.
He might have messed up. He might have fumbled the bag, but he's a good point guard.
Not apparently he said that offer was never on the table.
Mm,
That's what he said.
yeah, all right.
But speaking of the Lakers for a second, how y'all feel about their start right now?
I'm dying at the AD Dwight thing. Everyone keeps talking about that. I'm like, yo,
Dwight
who
was mad he
cares?
got snubbed off the top 75 list.
Who cares?
Which
bro?
he
But
should
they
have been on
argued.
there.
He should have been on that list.
He should have been on there, especially over AD.
Yeah, over Dame too.
Dame made it?
Yeah,
I didn't know Dame made it.
yeah, he made it.
Dame shouldn't be on there. So wait, Dame made it over Klay Thompson?
Yeah,
Oh no. Oh no.
Clay's number 77, man.
Oh no.
He's number 77 on the all-time.
Wait,
list.
and so you mean to tell me Dame also made it over Tracy McGrady?
yeah.
Vince Carter ain't get it.
Yo, honestly, like they did, like our generation did so dirty.
Did Chris Bosh make it?
I think he did.
No.
He did.
Okay.
No, I don't think. He
No,
made
Bosh
it.
made it.
He did?
Okay. He better.
But to me, like the biggest thing about it is that so you're gonna tell me a team that won 73 games only had one top 75 player of all time?
No, two. Oh wait, no, KD wasn't there yet.
Yeah, that was the year before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's insane.
Yeah,
Okay, so I didn't know Dame made it. So yeah, Clay should definitely take
Yeah.
Dame's spot. In my
Well, y'all
opinion.
even said it. Like he hasn't been playing, so people only know what they see and read. You know what I mean? They don't know what's in front of them. He hasn't.
But
played
he
for 2
played
seasons.
enough of the decade.
No, I
to
know,
make
but I'm
the
just
squad.
saying. Like, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, why did AD make it over Dwight?
The league just don't like the White.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Like, it's just.
I really don't. I don't get
It's
it either.
whatever's
The
in the
league don't like the
forefront.
White.
The guy is a multiple-time defensive player of the year. He literally was the best center for like several years in the league.
Literally.
Got his team to an NBA Finals.
Literally.
So
Literally.
I don't get it. To me, it's like why. It's the same thing. It's like why Terrell Owens wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's still, especially, that's still.
He's like, but eventually got in. I'm like, yeah, he eventually got in, but it shouldn't have taken that long.
Yeah, no, that's garbage.
That's
Absolute garbage. I'm not like, of course we want Dame here, but I didn't know Dame made it over Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Dame has always been a great player, but even like prior to any Ben Simmons, James Harden trade, when people were talking about trying to give the same package for James Harden to get Dame, I'm like, no, that's too much. Like, you don't understand how much better James Harden actually is than Dame. Like, he really is. Like, don't get me wrong. He always has been. So that's why I was always like, wait, we gonna give up all this for Dame? Like, I do like Dame, but it's a lot.
Yeah, and it's like I was on a post on Twitter, and I'm just like, because they were saying like, no way that you could justify Dwight Howard's accomplishments over Dame Lillard, and then I just see people just capping, just like, well, that Damian Lillard is one of the reasons why the game is today. I'm like, no, it's not. It's Steph Curry.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Are you okay?
I'm like, Damian Lillard is literally just doing what a poor man's version of Steph Curry.
He is.
And
And
I'm
he's
like-
even said it. He takes things that he's learned from other point guards and work on them in the offseason.
Yeah.
He said first he started with Chris Paul, seeing how Chris Paul is able to navigate, and then boom, boom, boom. Then he really took that Steph stuff.
Wait, wasn't there that comment someone made? Oh, it's about Clay. Someone was saying like, "Oh, how could you put Clay? I mean, Dame over Clay, not here." And then Dame responds, he's like, "Well, apparently your opinion don't matter, or whatever." Just seen that?
Yeah.
It's on
No, I
Instagram.
haven't.
I mean, look, I'll still take him as a Sixer, but
No, yeah. No, but I definitely think over Clay. If you just look at the body of work,
Yeah.
no way. Body of work, like
Yeah.
Clay's a 3-time champ.
Yeah, but then the argument is like, well, Steph is the reason why. I'm like, but in the
No, not alone.
Listen,
That's
if
not
you
true.
if you can shoot, you can shoot. Clay's ain't.
Clay's lights out.
Yeah, Clay is a flamethrower, man.
Like no
The
question.
man only dribbled the ball 11 times to get 60 points. Nobody else.
Clay has broken records on his own. Besides Steph, he has his own accolades.
Yeah.
Yes, he's been a part of the Warriors because he was drafted there, but he has his own lane.
Yeah, and
You know?
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, if he never blew his ACL out during that NBA Finals, he was on pace to win Finals MVP.
I think he would have got it that year
Yeah,
because we don't know what was going to happen with KD because KD went down again.
yeah,
So
yeah. Clay was the most consistent part on that Warriors team.
Crazy.
But anyway, Sixers Nets tonight. Matt is in the Garden. We all know how crazy the Garden has gotten.
They're
especially-
going nuts this year.
Yeah.
Them fans.
Oh yeah. You just saw the videos.
Yeah, they're like,
so
they're like going crazy outside the Garden. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
yeah. Right
Yeah.
now the Sixers are plus 1.5. So looks like the money line is on
Oh, yeah,
on the Knicks.
Yeah, Yeah, even though the Sixers have beaten the Knicks 14 straight times.
Yeah, they're out of their mind. Sixers gonna spank them. Sixers gonna spank 'em.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be
Julius Randle. It's gonna be
it's
close.
going to be a grit and grind game, and it's
Yeah.
still going to be like a Doc Rivers.
Sixers
stuff.
won't win though.
Yeah, there's going to be but Doc
Let's
Rivers.
hope.
Yeah, Doc Rivers is going to make it close.
Yeah, you know how Doc is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God forbid we need a challenge the last 2 minutes. Doc ain't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it. He old and stuck in his ways. He probably still don't know that rule exists.
Like, bro, like
Yo,
do
just-
something.
Yeah, here's the thing. Listen. First 3 quarters, I'm fine with that. Fourth quarter, let Sam Cassell take over.
Jesus Christ, somebody,
Ha!
anybody.
Yo, how are we feeling about the new announcer? About
Kate Scott.
yeah.
I like her. I'm cool with Kate. She's cool.
I like her.
Yeah.
It
It feels different.
The initial game, it took me to like get rid of the Mark Zumoff. Like, okay, I'm not used to this lack of excitement, but Kate Scott's definitely growing on.
Yeah,
me.
someone
she's
texted
cool.
me. They were like, "She's not excited. She doesn't get excited enough for me." I'm like, "Well, maybe she's just kind of like,
It's only
know,
been 3 games.
yeah,
Yeah.
she got to get into it. She
I'm
got to know
cool
the
with her.
players."
She knows. She just got to come up with her own zooisms. I did love. It was perfect timing when she said garbage to gold because I felt that. I felt that like he just did turn that garbage into gold.
Yeah.
Did love
But then
that.
they were just laughing. He was like, "Yeah, Zumoff might be mad at you at that." But anyway, this has been Chris Thomas.
Mark Thompson.
Should go Carm.
This has been the Running Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture, every Tuesday from 5 to 7 p.m. Until next time.
Peace.